This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
It's Eric Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
And thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I'm Eric Nagel. Over there is Jordan. I like Jordan.
Hi, everybody. That was loud. You scared me with that rum ham stuff.
Oh, the rum ham? Who doesn't love rum ham?
I do love rum ham, but man, that was just like blew my eardrums out.
That was only, the people on the live stream only heard that. The radio stuff didn't hear you guys.
Ah! Rum ham! Where's the rum ham?
That is loud.
Yeah. Well, you have to yell loud when you can't find the rum ham.
That's a good point.
It's all hams on deck.
All hams all the time.
And rip shit on ham.
Of course.
101 hams.
That's a good radio station, too. I'd listen to 101 Ham.
It's just HAMZ.
Right. But what's the programming on it?
I don't know. What would be the programming on 101?
All fat artists? Fat Boys, Lizzo, things like that?
Anyone, yeah. If you're above at least 275, you're being played on our station.
101 Ham.
I said I don't want any damn vegetables.
Goes right into...
That's perfect.
Yeah, it goes right into Rocky Burnett, tired of towing a line. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, we got some news for you. But do us a kindness, put us in the number one position on said app. It supposedly helps out the company. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those places, go over there, do us a kindness, leave us a positive review. It helps us out personally with this program, not the company, just us. If you can join us live when we do this show, we'd love to have you. Twitch and YouTube are the rooms to be in and the places to be. Go give a follow, a like, a subscribe, all the things that the kids say that you need to do nowadays in order to be a success. You go and do it on those platforms. Over on the YouTube channel as well, we have memberships you can subscribe for. You get archives to past shows, to Would You Kindly, and bonus material, things of that nature. The new Todd episode has been up there for about a little over a week and a half, and it's doing very well. People are enjoying it. People are demanding a fifth episode. Look, I thought we were beating a dead horse and ran it into the ground by episode 3, but 4 has been a success. So maybe we got to do 5, and I got to find other shit to play besides his music, because we can't just do an hour of his music. Nobody would want that. I got to
do like a 30-minute musical supplemental. It doesn't have to be.
I have to find something else. I'll go through my Scott and Todd archive, see if I can find anything else to bring to the table, or just some horrible phone scams that people may not be familiar with, and bring that there. But anyway, get a membership over on the YouTube channel. And if you can't do any of that stuff and just want to catch it whenever you can, YouTube is always there for you in your time of need. Steve Doherty here. Are you joining Tim Sabian's new venture? Heard he's starting up a new station channel thingy. So on this week's show, we've got a lot of stuff to go over. We've got some Artemis stuff, some footage. The Mexicans are at it again with their space ventures, so I've got some of that stuff there. I've got some really weird ads to show you, a bunch of new food content we're going to talk about. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on here. Now, let me give you this little piece of information radio-wise. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about Ron Bennington. Jesus Christ. You can't confuse the two of them. One's a genius and one is anything but. Ron had medical issues that he brought to the public, where he's undergoing chemo treatment right now for cancer. And fantastic gentleman, fantastic programming that he's done for, 30, 40 years he's been on the radio. Another radio legend has what did he have? Yeah, he underwent a lot of cancer treatment, and unfortunately he passed away. Bob from the Bob and Tom Show. Now, you may know them, but you may not know them because they weren't in any major markets. They were a big show. They were vastly syndicated through small and medium markets around the country, or in the markets that were on the outskirt of major markets, that technically didn't qualify, being in Chicago or New York or Baltimore, something like that. But what's his last name?
Cavoian. Yeah, I don't know how to.
I apologize for getting it wrong, but he hosted that show for 32 years and retired in 2015, but had some ownership still in the show. They kept Bob and Tom, and to this day, Bob and Tom's show is still going with Tom and a whole staff of other people. And Bob, unfortunately, had passed away recently. And I was looking through my stuff. I'm like, I know I got Bob and Tom stuff somewhere. And lo and behold, I do. I got, I forgot I had some of these.
Oh, that's cool.
Bob and Tom show. There's a lot of comedian bits, musical comedian, stand-up comedian bits, where if you find them online and it sounds like it's in a live setting and you're hearing people laughing, stuff, not like an audience, but like people in a radio studio or in a room. Well, more than likely, it was something that was done live on the Bob and Tom show. So, like, you hear Stephen Lynch. If you're familiar with Stephen Lynch, I know our audience is.
I love Stephen Lynch.
Legendary guest for many years for Opie and Anthony. A lot of his song recordings were done in studio with us, but there are a few that are out there that weren't with us because he was on Bob and Tom. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of musical acts, comedic acts, everything. They were huge for comics, huge, just like Howard was and how we were, but we were all major market stuff. They filled in the rest. They had the medium markets, the smaller markets, other pockets of the country, and I think parts of Canada too, that they were on. And the guy is a legend. That show is legendary. All the best to Tom and the crew who are still out there doing all this stuff, and for the loss of for Bob, he is. He's irreplaceable. Even when he was alive, and they decided to move on when he retired. I don't know if he retired because he found out he had cancer or something like that. That seems logical that you would. I don't know the situation as to why he retired, but he did retire over a decade ago, and they still managed to keep the show going with his namesake and his blessing, on the door, on the windows, on the billboards, all of that stuff. So it's always sad to see people like that pass away, because there's no replacing them, and it's not just replacing their talent. There's also no replacing them. Radio's just not doing this kind of programming anymore. It's very difficult to find. Now you have podcasts. I understand that, but there are way too many podcasts out there for you to just accidentally find one and go, oh, that's fantastic. Radio, you had a smaller percentage. There were a lot of shows out there, but depending on the market you're in, you had a smaller percentage to find a show like them, like us, like anything that of quality. And then like, oh my God, I just found this station the other day. Now I'm listening to them, and now I've been listening to them for, you hear those stories. When you guys first came onto this station, I hated you. I missed the format that we had, but I started listening to you, and now I've been listening to you for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. You hear those stories for legacy programming, legacy shows like a Bob and Tom, Opie and Anthony, Howard, Ron and Fez, but like all those kind of style talk shows. They're just not being replaced, and nobody's doing these shows. Even if they had the availabilities to do mornings somewhere, who's in the minor leagues? Who's in the bullpen waiting to be called up to do something like that? They're not there. They're all online streaming, podcasting, doing shows. I'm glad they're out there. Just for radio, it's very sad that there's nothing to fill these voids anymore. In fact, they just start getting rid of more and more shows. About a week or so ago, week and a half ago now at this point, iHeart had another round of layoffs, and they let go a good show down in the DC market called Intern John. And they had been on 6 years doing mornings in Washington, D.C., which is an impressive feat. And they celebrated their 6th anniversary last Tuesday morning. Not this past Tuesday, but the Tuesday before. got off the air, got called into a meeting, and were immediately dismissed.
Jesus.
The company let them do their 6th-year anniversary show and fired them immediately after the show. And it's not like for cause. It's not like, there's allegations or a lawsuit or theft or something that, legally they had to let them go. They just said, that was your last show. You did a 6th anniversary show. Didn't get to say goodbye. Didn't get to do anything like that. They let them do an anniversary show. They had sponsors. They had food. When you do stuff like that, you get restaurants or people who advertise with you, bring up food, alcohol, pastries, all that kind of stuff for plugs and to, offset costs and to celebrate and have a good time with all of this stuff. And so they were called in right after their show and let go. And then you find out tons of people in other markets were all let go at the same time. I don't know this. I don't know if it applies to anybody in our audience that watches and listens to us or what have you. But if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, so San Jose, San Francisco, surrounding areas, if you listen to an iHeartRadio station out there, I am curious to how it sounds because there's nobody left. And I don't want to say they got rid of all their programming. They're the behind the scenes people. There's like a staff for one station that's running all their stations right now because they've let so many people go in that market alone. They're all gone. So I don't know how any of this functions anymore. I keep trying to understand, and I've been in this business for so goddamn long. I know how it works. I used to know how it works, but every now and then you get thrown a curve and you go, well, how is this possible? They don't care. So people are gone. Good people are gone. There's nobody filling those voids, which goes back to something like Bob and Tom. When Tom is done with that show, there's nothing to replace it. There's nothing. They do local bullshit. They still rely on music. I don't know what they're going to do. But Bob and Tom are gone. When that show is done, Bob's gone. I don't know how much time, and I'm not saying this to be negative or anything. I don't know how much time Tom has left. Both in wanting to do the show, the company that owns them, allowing them to do the show, he could be fired tomorrow with the way everything goes. There's nobody left to fill all this stuff. So,
no one's protected either by their legacy. So, I mean, they'll definitely just fire whoever they feel like firing because no one cares.
Even Howard, if he was still on terrestrial, I don't think he'd still be on terrestrial. I think somebody, if he was still on terrestrial, Infinity changed to CBS because it was the same company. They just rebranded. CBS became
Odyssey.
They became. I was following the chain here. So Entercom, and then Entercom became Odyssey. Odyssey's in bad shape. They just got out of bankruptcy. They're restructuring. They might be heading back to it. And then the other company, Cumulus, is currently in bankruptcy, and they might be forced into Chapter 7 at some point. Which means they have to sell everything. There's no way of restructuring. There's no protection. You need to let things go in order to pay back your debts and your creditors. Even if Howard was still on today, I don't know how they would keep him on anymore, at least with FM. Hannity is still on, 400 or 500 stations, but he's kind of got the blanket, the protection of being mostly on AM stations around the country, and AM needs everything that they can possibly get. So, AM shows like that, I guess, are okay. But anything FM, I don't know how much time Elvis has left. I know he just signed a new deal, but I think he only may have like 2 years left on his thing. And you could say, well, that's 2 years. But in today's day and age, 2 years
goes by quick.
It's coming up pretty quick. So I don't know what's going to go happen with him. You could put Ryan Seacrest on everywhere, but nobody listens or talks about Ryan Seacrest. There's nothing. So anyway, Godspeed to Bob from the Bob and Tom Show. It's always sad when you hear about another chapter of radio closing and falling apart and what have you. So, yeah.
So what really threw me off is when I was reading the article and I saw this picture of Bob. Obviously he's wearing his Dodgers hat and he's behind the mic. It freaked me out because when I first saw it, it reminded me of our pal Richard Zuniga, and I was like, wait a second. Looks like this is his future. He's gonna look like this. I was just like, holy shit, what happened to Richard? And then I realized I was reading the article about Bob's passing.
You know what? Maybe I should reach out to Tom and his crew. Girl that used to be on our show a lot when we were still at Sirius, and I don't know if she came over. I think she came over once for the iHeart stuff. Comedian, her name's Allie Breen. She was on our show a lot. Allie is a regular on Bob and Tom. So maybe if I get in touch with them and I go, hey, let me introduce you to my friend Richard. You don't have to change the T-shirts. You don't have to change the logo. He's already wearing the Dodger hat.
He's wearing the hat. He's got the mustache. He's plug and play at this point.
Yeah. He does voices.
He got a few more years on him.
Songs. Yeah. Yeah. Just it's always sad. And sucks, the whole thing is like, oh, you're getting older. Time waits for nobody. And here we are. All right.
That being said, good night, everybody. Let's just bring it all down.
No, we had to address that because you have to. Speaking of iHeart and all of those things, that I got something. I got this message sent. I don't know if I can say who it was. I probably can't.
Name names.
No, I probably can't. But I got a message earlier this week and said, hey, I know you guys talk about LiveNation a lot and you're disgust for them, but it's kind of ironic that LiveNation had ads running on your show. And I said, oh, really? What was it? Can you say? And they sent me the thing. It's combining LiveNation with something else that we've been talking about for a long time. So it's not only that your phones are listening to you and Alexa's listening to you. I guess they have something that combs through the programming to tailor the ads, not just the geographical insertion stuff that they do based on like, well, you're in the New York City area, so we'll play ads for the New York City area, because it wouldn't make sense if we had regional stuff from Los Angeles and Houston and what have you.
I heard an ad for the company I work for
on
in
this
real
show?
life on this show a couple months back.
Wow.
Because it's regional. So like my company was paying ads for our podcast. So I was double dipping pay wise. I was thinking, this is great. So yeah, no, it's very interesting what shows up when you're listening to the audio version.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Steve Doherty. Seems like Tim could get the talent together, or if anyone can save radio, it's his leadership. I've been talking to Tim a lot. That's all I'll say. I should give Tim a call now. No, he'd get mad. He'd get so mad. Hey, Tim, I saw this chat here. What the fuck are you doing? All right. Sorry. Poor judgment. Anyway, LiveNation was running ads on our show. Listen to what this ad is for. Here it is.
Give me the ass, give me the ow, give me the
IVE presents Show What I Am World Tour. Performing live across North America in 2026. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com.
Is that like K-pop type music?
It's a band I haven't heard of, but yes, it's a K-pop tour for a band called IVE, I-V-E.
Never heard of them.
Yeah. So they're coming to this area. Where was the notes that he sent me? They'll be at the Prudential Center in Newark on July 25th. So it's combining my disgust for LiveNation and my enjoyment of K-pop music coming together for your advertising dollars.
I was going to say Hatsune Miku here in Arizona is Tuesday, and I saw an advertisement for them. They're like, hey, do you want tickets? I was like, I do, but not for the price you're charging.
No, not at all.
Andy was saying, of course, LiveNation would advertise. Jordan is keeping them live in Arizona.
Yeah, Jordan, this is your fault.
Yesterday. I got more. I bought, I think, 10 tickets yesterday through LiveNation. So, yes.
Do you not want to retire or have like some sort of cushioning? No. God forbid you lose your job or the economy gets worse. You're just pissing your money out the window for.
No, one of them was for a work thing. Me and a bunch of coworkers are going to go to a show, and then I bought tickets for me and my brother for another show in June. So it seems like it's a lot, but it's not all for me. But yeah, The one that I bought all the tickets for, Evanescence and Spirit Box.
Evanescence.
Yeah, we're going to see Evanescence, Spirit Box, and Nova Twins.
Play the two songs that sound the same, but both were hits.
They just released. They're going to release a new album. They have a couple new songs out. They're not bad. And then the other one is for a Ukrainian metal band called Ginger, and they're actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm all over the place.
I don't know them.
No, you wouldn't. But yeah, I'm all over.
I don't know how you're wasting all your money on this stuff. Did you tell your kids?
Oh,
they
it's
have
easy. I just
fund?
keep paying.
I know. Did you tell? Or are you doing that thing? What's that? Is it? What is it called? Is it called Bread or something? It's that thing where you can make payments.
Oh yeah, some of it's like paying for. You can do. I mean, everyone's got some kind of paying for thing. Some of them are like through like PayPal. Some of them are through Klarna.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think of because what was the Bread one that that was for jewelry. I was buying jewelry and stuff, and you make. I mean, you could pay it all at once, but sometimes you're just like, I'll make 4 payments and be done with it. You know, it makes the holiday stuff a little easier. I'm writing Tim right now. See what he says.
No. I am going to a lot of shows. Actually, I was looking at my calendar, and literally everything that I've got going, there's only 2 months this year that I don't have a show yet, and that's November and December. So I'm trying to see if somehow I can figure out some kind of show to go to in those 2 months. Maybe like a Trans-Siberian Orchestra in December. Go see a Christmas show.
I would love to.
That might be fun.
I saw them once years ago.
Really?
Oh, wait a minute.
That was
not even years ago. That was the 90s when I saw them. They used to be called Savatage, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on. I think we had this discussion already. Let me see.
It's possible.
Savatage Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Trans-Siberian Orchestra is the direct spin-off and successor to the American heavy metal band Savatage. So they all right. So they took Savatage and made it into an orchestra.
Well, that's cool.
Okay. Yeah, I saw one of them in the late 90s.
Which is weird because one of them a show that I do want to go to is the Who, which is the HU. It's the Mongolian like metal band, and they're playing with I think Apocalyptica, which is like the
do they sing that song Watch Go?
If they did, I would definitely buy tickets.
All right.
But yeah, no, I only have 2 months of this year that I don't have a show planned. So cross your fingers. I can really spend the rest of that Christmas money for the kids this year.
All right. You're insane. Stop spending your money on
I'm
all that
insane.
stuff. I mean,
making memories, man.
What was the one that you went to this week?
So last Thursday we did our show. No big deal. We did our stuff. Right. Friday, I decided, you know what? I want to go see Electric Callboy on Sunday. So you and I did another show on Saturday. We talked about me going to the concert. So Saturday, Sunday comes around. I pick up my daughter and we go to Electric Callboy. Now, Electric Callboy, for those who don't know who they are, they're a metalcore / electro German band. They're from Germany, do everything in English, but they're absolutely one of the best bands out there because sometimes they take themselves serious. Sometimes they just do dumb shit. They have one song called Hurricane. And it's about love and finding love and being obsessed with someone you're in love with. And in the video, it's a mix of very German Hasselhoff type music, and then it goes into deep heavy metal screamo music. It's fucking hilarious. Right. But the video is great because they're on a boat, they're wearing all white, they're dumb, and they're doing this stuff, and then the band's playing in a field, and then when they hit that heavy part, somehow there's zombies, and the zombies attack the band and kill the band, and that's the video. It's just dumb fun. And so the show we went to was on Sunday. I convinced my daughter to be dumb and wear dumb outfits. So we got really bright, like neon, like 80s workout type music, reminiscent of, I believe, Pump It and Hypa Hypa's, their songs. So we wore these things. So we pull up, we get there, and my daughter was like on the fence kind of doing this, but she decided to go along with me. But the look on her face when we pulled up, when we parked, and when we're walking to the venue, seeing everybody walking up in all black and in metal, like, when you go to like a metal show, and we're sitting here wearing like 80s, like dumb workout gear. she was starting to like get real like upset. She was like, I can't believe you talked me into this.
This is that Electric Callboy?
Electric Callboy, yeah.
Okay.
So we finally get a little closer to the venue, and then we start seeing people in like full like dumb outfits like we are. Some of them were wearing like track suits with Electric Callboy on the back. Some of this. Yeah, this is hyper. Fucking fantastic. Okay. But this is how cheesy they are. But
are they showing
really
Steel Panther how it's done?
I don't know. But they are really, really talented. Like every song that I've listened to theirs has been good. Even if it's silly, it's just been technically good and just catchy and fun. So we finally get in. There's plenty, like I said, there's people dressed like us, dressed like them. And then there's, the typical metalheads. So me and my daughter get in. We find our seats. I got some lower level seats. We went and sat down. The first act that was on was this chick named Scream Queen. Really bad. Like I just did not want to be anywhere near her. So we got up. We went into the main concourse.
Was she screaming?
She's just one of those, like she's one of those Kesha types where she doesn't sing. She kind of talks singing. So she's talking like this and singing like that. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm out. Like, so me and my daughter looked at each other and we're like, nope. We get up, we go out into the main concourse, we grab water, we grab ice cream, just hanging out. We're watching people and everyone's going through. We checked the merch line. There was really nothing that I wanted to grab. Scream Queen.
What was the song?
I don't know. I left. We didn't even watch her set. We got up and we walked out. So we're in the main concourse and we're standing there and we looked at the merch and we're just hanging out. I kid you not. They like the people that were coming were awesome. Like I had people. Yeah, she's gross. Just your face alone sells exactly what she was like.
The giant photo of her holding a knife like this on her banner for her YouTube channel.
It's the worst. So we're standing there and people would walk up to me and my daughter and go, I love your outfits. And then just walk away. And then there was people dressed like us and like pointing, like we're all pointing at each other like Spider-Man, that Spider-Man meme. We're like, wow, look at that. I had one guy, I'm standing there and me and my daughter were talking. And all of a sudden out of the corner of my eye, I see someone standing next to me and I wasn't expecting it. And I look over and it's a shorter look dude, bald head, big mustache, just real metal, like wearing a vest. Right. He puts out his fist and he goes, bro, I love it. And he gives me a fist bump, does the same to my daughter, and then just walks off. And that was how the night went. Like everybody was way cool.
Positive fan base. That's good.
Super positive, like really fun. So the second band, I think their name was Polaris. We didn't really watch them too much. We were just kind of hanging out.
Wait, Polaris? You know who they are?
No.
They do the theme song to The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, they were the second band.
Hey, Sandy?
Okay. Yeah, they were the second band.
Okay.
And then, so I get this idea to try to teach my daughter something because we're at this venue that in the past has this table, high top table, and that's where they would hand out the wristbands for the pit. So when you go up there, you show them your ticket that you have tickets for the pit. They give you your wristband. You go down.
Did you punch and kick?
No, not yet.
But when you're in the pit, you're supposed to fuck up shit.
Not yet. So I was telling my daughter a story about how me and my brother went to Coheed and Cambria. And we were in the upper level and our buddy.
Right here on the screen?
I can't see. I see Pete and Pete.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't think it's the band. I think this is a completely
different Polaris band?
I think this is possibly a different band. Because this band looks fun and cheery. The other band is a screamy metal band.
Oh, so there's two Polaris bands. Okay.
I believe so, yes.
All right.
So we were at a Coheed Cambria concert once. Me and my brother were in the upper level, and my old buddy Aaron was down in the pit with his brother-in-law. He's like, I'm gonna send you a picture of our tickets. Go see if you can get wristbands. So we're like, oh shit, let's go try that. So we walk up to the table, show them the ticket. They get us our wristbands, and we instantly upgrade our tickets to the pit. So I was telling my daughter about that, and I was like, yeah, but it looks like they've caught on to it because they were scanning people's tickets to get the wristbands. I'm like, well, we can't really do that this time, and I don't know anybody that was there. So I had this idea.
Your Polaris band, they're from Australia?
Yeah, it's an Australian metalcore.
Yeah, metalcore. Okay, so there's two bands with the same name. I don't know how that's legally possible, but yeah, there's two bands with the same name. Okay, I had it wrong.
So I time it where Polaris is done. And you know how, like, between bands, there's usually some build up, like there's, breaking down the set, putting up all this new stuff. So as people are leaving the pit area,
right,
I tell my daughter, let's see if we can sneak in. I'm trying to teach her bad habits here.
Okay.
So as people are coming in, we sneak in and instantly upgrade ourselves. We snuck into the pit, and you would think that we had just robbed a bank. My daughter was so like high on the whole situation. She goes, what's going to happen? We're going to get caught. I was like, we're past the one guy guarding the door. No one's coming into the pit to look at our wrists for things. We're in. We're not going anywhere. And I kept telling her that. And she goes, well, don't say it so loud. I was like, what is this guy? And I pointed to the guy next to us, and he's just standing there with his beer. And I was like, is he going to rat us out? And he looks over and he goes, I ain't saying shit. And I was just like, I wanted to high five the guy. He played in perfect. And I was like, we're good. We're in. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy this. So we snuck into the pit, which was awesome. I forget that being in the pit is both a fun experience and a very exhausting experience. Yeah. It's not so much dangerous. It's just exhausting because there's just everyone's tight, tucked in tight. There's the mosh pit starting and things like that. And it was interesting because I don't mind getting bumped every now and then, but now I was on high alert because now I've got my kid with me. So I'm watching people. I tried to get her to go in and she wouldn't. At one point she pushed me into it. So I went around, I got smashed in the face and I jumped down. And I was like, see, that could be you. Ow, that hurt.
Then you shove her right into the crowd.
Shove her right in. But no, she had a great time. It was fun. But I forget that when you're shorter in those situations, you can't see as well. So every now and then when a gap would open up, we would strategically just kind of move and kind of go in and stuff like that to try to get ourselves up and running. About halfway through the set, the band somehow, without really making it known, during a drum solo from the drummer, the band got onto the actual pit area where they were doing mosh pit.
Right.
And set up a piano, an acoustic guitar, and a couple of things, and did 2 or 3 acoustic songs right in the middle of it.
How did nobody crash into a piano?
I don't know how they pulled it off, but they did it. So they had some security, but they get, and I was we were 5 feet from it. So my daughter's not only did we rob the bank and got onto the floor, now the band's 5 feet from us. And so she's freaking out. She's like, this is awesome. And then, so they do their thing. They go back out, and it's just a wild, completely full of energy show. It was one of the coolest experiences, being able to sneak my kid onto the pit and have a good time. I tried to get her to crowd surf. She didn't want to do it. And I was like, that's fine. I'm not going to force you to do anything. But I think she realized that it's both an amazing experience, but also a very tiring one. She kept going, I'm tired of standing. My feet hurt. But it's so worth it. I was like, yeah, right? It's super fun.
And you lean over and say, you can get through this at this age now. I am going to be dead tomorrow.
I felt it for 3 days. I didn't start feeling better from it until yesterday. And we went to the show Sunday night. And Wednesday morning, I was finally starting to feel less stiff about it. So I was like, oh, it really, really was hard. But no, it was such a fun experience, and it was really cool. I did have a picture of our outfits for the audience. I did blur my kid out here a bit, but this is what we wore to Electric Callboy. And I got to say, I'm glad I wasn't the only one because I would have felt like a moron. But we had such a great time.
You're in that awesome Saved by the Bell music video where they go, right, put your mind to it, go for it, get down and break us, where they're doing the workout thing at the max.
Yeah, it was pretty much 80s workout. We had green wristband armbands on and stuff like that. I had the shorts to match the vest. I was wearing a full thing.
Yeah,
it's WEINER.
But EI is an acceptable variance. Who was the headliner for this show?
Barbie and Ken. Some guy did come up and say, "Hey, nice outfit, Ken." I think he was a little autistic, and I let it slide.
Grab your nipples. Who was the headliner for this show?
Electric Callboy.
Sorry, no. Who was the opening?
Scream Queen and then Polaris.
Okay, so I pulled something here. You're right. This is terrible.
She's the worst.
Hold on. I want to bring this up here.
Ooh, man, I love fucking. Tickle me pink, smack my ass till it's bushin'. Down home, cornbread, butter my muffin. Brownstone cowgirl, buck.
She's the worst. Yeah, like the band was talented. She's the worst.
Yeah, this is not good. Yeah. Oh, she's singing into a clear dildo, everybody.
She was really hypersexual.
You know what this is?
She was not good.
This is the Venga Boys. Not We Like to Party. What was is it Boom Boom Boom? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly the song. Is it the Venga Boys though?
Yeah,
I think that was a different band.
No, let me see what the cowboy video was.
Because I think We Like to Party definitely was Venga Boys, but I think the other one might be a different band.
Boom 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 is them too.
Oh, wow.
Where's the video with is it Boom Boom Boom? That's the cowboy video? Because Venga Boys had like for some reason, one guy was always dressed as a cowboy. Oh, that is the song, but that's not the video that I'm thinking of. It's this one here. Is this the one with the cowboy?
Well, while you're doing that, Con is saying Rammstein was great live at Madison Square Garden back in 2010. Me and my brother went to LA. Is this the video you're thinking of?
I thought there was someone with cowboys, but this is girls in lederhosen and bras.
I mean, it's very German.
Yeah.
My heart goes.
Well, they're not hearing this.
No, I don't remember.
But yeah,
everyone's hearing it live though.
That is not where's the video with the cowboys? I saw them live for some reason. They opened up for somebody.
This is your last week's. This is the song in your head situation where you found a song that no one's ever heard of and it's been bothering you. You've never seen this, and it's gonna bother you forever. Anyway, while I was saying,
they had like gay cowboys or something.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
damn, so weird. Colin was talking about Rammstein. I actually saw Rammstein. Me and my brother has been there, and then he just said here we've seen Rammstein. I think 4 times in 3 different states. We went to Vegas once out here in Arizona, and twice in one weekend over in LA. It was awesome. They put on a great show. It's probably my number 1 live experience. But yeah, this Sunday was actually really cool.
I saw a video of him not too long ago, or them not too long ago.
Uh-huh.
Not gonna lie, it looked kind of sad.
Really?
Yeah, like the way
they're older.
Yeah, but
Till has been going through a lot of like allegations, so maybe he's just tired.
Oh, really? Of what?
A lot of girls claiming that they brought them into the green room and all this kind of stuff and drugged them. They've been acquitted in German court and stuff like that. But you know how an allegation just sits with you no matter what happens. So
yeah.
Gabby's saying, is it Up and Down from the Venga Boys? Is that the one you're thinking of?
This is the German one that it's called Sha La 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 La. This isn't the song I was thinking of, but oh
my gosh, she looks like a young Cree Summer.
Cree Summer from A Different World, also.
Yeah.
Many different animated series.
She does a lot of voice work.
No, that's not the one I was thinking of. I will look for Up and Down.
Oh wow! Anyway, we can't wait for it.
I know.
But yeah, overall, Sunday was a fantastic show. I highly recommend. I mean, you know me, I love live music. Tomorrow, I'm going to another show. I'm going to go see what is it, Bloodywood, for their System of a Brown tour, which is such a great name for. Well, they're Indian. They're brown. I was looking up the opening bands, and I gotta say, it's quite a mix. There's a couple like female-led like metal bands, and then there's one like duo. It's kind of metal, but it's also very Spanish. Like everything is in Spanish. I'm gonna get video, and it's gonna be great. But yeah, I'm excited for that one because it's a small venue, so everything's gonna be nice and intimate and there in your face.
You said the band's called Bloodywood?
Bloodywood. So they're from India.
Yeah, all right, but Bloodywood, and then you say System of a Brown. It just sounds like bad anal stuff.
I mean, if you want to go there, Eric, I know how much Scream Queen got to you. with her dildo microphone.
The cowboy thing. It's pointed.
It doesn't exist now.
No, it does. It's somewhere. I'll find it later and send it to you. And goes, hey, we're not doing the show anymore. It's 4 a.m. But here's that video that I want to talk about. Oh well.
But yeah. Good times had by us.
Since you mentioned the video from the last episode, those of you out there who are watching us live as we do this, or if you're listening to this later on, we gave you an extra episode in the past week. So the one from last week had our pal Justin Stengel talking about times with Letterman, future of TV, morning radio, things like that. That's all up there on YouTube if you want to go check out the video. And then we had so much other stuff that it was like, hey, we got a lot of random things we could just put out here and get that all done with. So we put that other episode out where we told the story about me almost punching a deaf person for trying to take my kids' money. So
take your wallet.
Did you like the thumbnail? I thought the thumbnail came out.
That was great with that little kid punching the deaf guy. It was perfect.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, that's a wild story. I got to say, I mean, if you haven't gone back and listened yet, guys, I mean, definitely check that out. I can't possibly believe that actually happened to you. And it just goes to one of those things where it's like, I think trouble just follows you when you go out to eat, when you're out in public. I don't know if it's you have one of those faces. Like I have it's weird when I go out, like people
have a very punchable face. Cause I would agree with you.
I don't know what it is with you because like I go out and I always I'm not like a smiley person. I'm always listening to my headphones. I'm just kind of doing my thing. And I always have people walk up to me. Like I had one guy, I'm in line. I have my headphones on and this was right before Easter. And I had a roast in my cart and stuff like that. And this old guy walks up, taps me on the shoulder. I take my headphone out. I'm, nice to him. And he goes, that looks like a good cut of beat. Is that on sale back there? And I'm like, I'm in line. I don't work here. And I was like, yeah, it was right back in there. He's like, all right, man, have a good day. And he just walks off and gets his food. And I'm sitting there going, do I have that kind of face? I'm not trying to be I would rather not talk to anybody when I'm out in public.
Right.
You have the issue where anything that you do in public has the potential of going seriously wrong.
Right.
You've watching Walmart fights. You've got people trying to fight you in the parking lot of a Stu Leonard's. You've got, deaf people robbing you blind. Get it? Anytime you go out to eat is always a problem. Like I love when you leave the house because it's always good material for the show. I just don't get it. I don't understand how this stuff keeps happening to you.
Well,
keep it up though.
I had a very, very minor thing. It wasn't even anything worth really talking about, but since you said it, and which by the way, bravo to Target. They took down a lot of the unnecessary security cages around toothpaste and shaving cream and even like kids' vitamins and things like that. Almost all the cages are gone, except for a few things. When I saw what's there, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. A lot of the higher, even though they're over the counter, but they're the higher end over the counter stuff, like one tick higher in its prescription, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Flintstones chewable morphine.
I was happy to see that if you go down the laundry detergent aisle, all of that's not locked up anymore. I don't know why that was to begin with. I don't care.
The Tide Pod thing. I guarantee you it was with the morons eating Tide Pods.
Let them do it. It's not the stores. It's not the store's fault for selling Tide Pods that are legal to sell to anybody of any age. Just like hardware stores, if they sell spray paint and then kids go out and do graffiti or people go out and do graffiti, it's not the hardware store's responsibility to ID and then find out what their intentions are of buying said product.
Right.
In the state of New Jersey, if you buy anything that has certain I don't want to say ingredients, but levels of
it's like the Sudafed and things like that, so you can't make meth.
Yeah, you have to show ID in order to buy cough syrup and those kind of things. That I kind of get, but if kids are buying Tide Pods and then dying at home from eating them, it's good. That's not the store's problem. The Tard Pod challenge, yeah,
it's great. It's a great name.
I have a video. I forgot to download it this week. I'll have it for next week. There's a trend on TikTok, and I am going to say from the videos I saw, does not appear to be straight white males that are
Really?
doing this. But there's a video with what I am guessing is effeminate to homosexual men are
I'm
taking
listening.
hammers and breaking capillaries and chiseling their bones on their face to get it to bruise and then eventually recede with smoothing out like pointed areas of their cheekbones and jaw lines and stuff. There's a lot of them. And I said, this has to be fake. Because the first one I saw, I'm like, this has got to be fake. And then I saw others. And I said, oh, maybe this is fake. And if it's not fake, somebody went through a lot of work to get a lot of other people to fall for this and make some videos. And I saw the chat in there. Do not put it up, Jordan. I see you seeing it. I am not acknowledging that term whatsoever because fuck those people who use that term.
They're just chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
God damn it. Jared Geek, look, Matt.
Smoothing out their face right outside of school.
Yeah. Next time, it's like, can I help you? Can I swing a ball peen hammer that's attached to a cable? I'll walk to the backside of the parking lot and let it go right into your face.
Also, what a term that no one uses very often, and I use it too. Ball peen hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you tell someone what a ball peen hammer is, they won't know exactly.
You don't
at
see
all
them
what that
much
hammer is.
anymore.
No, that's what I was thinking. I
No,
was like,
almost a
you don't see that lot.
specialty item because most hammers have the hook in the back that brings you back. I tell you no lies. They don't have the ball peen on the back there, which was just a little circular metal. I don't really even know what the purpose of what that was. I do enjoy a thick rubber mallet and start swinging that wildly and carelessly in the aisle and hoping that hits somebody. I'll bring that to a Scream Queens mosh pit. I'll gladly.
All right, guys, I'm gonna do a hammer just like this. If you get hit, it's your own fault.
I'm gonna be doing the Mario and Donkey Kong hammer where I'm just going up and down, front and back. I can't jump, can't go left or right. If you happen to get in the way,
hitting stuff.
Something's gonna happen here. Yeah, I forgot to bring those videos, but apparently other people here know what this. Oh, it's that asshole. That's his thing. God, I hope he just damages his facial nerves and it just slides off his face forever.
Oh, I can't believe that's really a thing.
Yeah, I didn't either because when I first saw one pop up, I'm like, this has got to be fake because you can start to tell which are the fake videos that are out there for. I mean, rage bait. They're looking for engagement for something. You can, they're just purposely doing stupid shit in order to get interaction on their channels, and other people making shit up to see if everybody else is dumb enough to do it. And there are people dumb enough to do it, but apparently I guess that's a thing. So we'll have to look at that at some point. Oh yeah. So anyway, I was at Target. That's what I was telling you about. So I'm at Target. They got rid of a lot of the cages, except one area in the pharmaceutical area. Like I said, the medications and vitamins and stuff that are teetering on, if they go any stronger, you'll need a prescription. So those are still behind a plexiglass sliding door thing that has a lock, right? And in Target, they have those sensors in the hallway that are broken all the time. You're supposed to wave your hand under it. It goes ding, and then it alerts a team member to come to your area to unlock the case. They're all broken. I think they purposely took the batteries out or took them off the things there so you can't get anybody. So have the kid with me sitting in the basket. I'm by there. I'm like, all right, I got to get something out of here. I can't do it. I go to the end of the aisle and then I look over and I see the guy over there, right? So I walk over and the guy's looking at something else. I go, hey, I just go, excuse me, when you have a second, if you could come down here. Guy doesn't even say anything, turns and walks away. I'm like, what's going on? So I go, excuse me. And then the guy doesn't. So now I'm following this guy. I left my kid in the basket here, and now I'm 2 aisles over trying to get this guy's attention. And he's, they're not hard to spot. They're wearing khakis and a red shirt, red sweatshirt, whatever. Guy's got a red sweatshirt on, turns around. There's a big logo here. He doesn't work there. And I went, oh my God, I am so sorry.
That's so funny.
And I walked right back and I'm laughing to myself as I go back. And the kid's like, what's funny? I don't even know how to explain it to her. And I said, I thought I saw the guy. It wasn't the guy. Who was it? I don't know. Then how do you know it wasn't the guy? Because he's not, like, I'm having this conversation with the kid now. It's like, don't worry about it. The guy will eventually come, and eventually somebody did show up, and we got her stuff. But yeah, I walked over, and I was almost ready to pull on the guy's sleeve to go hello, which you shouldn't do in any situation. But I was close to it, and when he turned around and he looked at, he didn't know I was even talking to him. He just turned and went, "Oh, like that." Like I was
there.
there.
Like earbuds in, because I can see, because like I said, I walk around the store with earbuds in. Like if I can avoid any conversation.
No, but why would he think I was talking to him when I say, "Excuse me, can you come down to the other aisle?" He doesn't think that's him.
Because that idiot wore khaki pants and a red shirt to a Target. At some point, you would assume you got to just collect a paycheck.
He looks like he's either in his late teens or early 20s, and he was shopping with, I mean, you don't know nowadays, mom or grandma. I don't know. But he was, he turned around and I see the logo on the hoodie. I go, oh, he doesn't work here. And I'm sitting there walking after a guy for 2 aisles thinking he works here. That guy has no idea.
So he turns and you can see the logo, or did he turn around to acknowledge you?
No, he just turned around because I was at the edge of the aisle. He walked down a little bit. He was looking for something. And I went, excuse me. And he wasn't looking. And then he just turned this way to go. And I moved over there. I saw the logo on his sweatshirt. I was like, holy shit, he doesn't even work here. So,
I was hoping he had turned around to acknowledge you and you had just had nothing to say. Like, just how awkward was that?
Well, had he said something, I'd have nothing to say because I looked at it. When I saw the logo, I said to myself, oh shit, he doesn't work here. And I walked back to the kid and I was laughing my ass off. Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I was dumb enough to do that. I just saw a guy in a red sweatshirt and thought he worked here, which is not an unfair assumption.
I've seen that happen at like Best Buy where someone was wearing like a blue polo, and I've made that mistake before as well. But yeah, I mean, if you're going into a Target wearing khaki and red, you're gonna get that shoulder tap.
Yeah,
but that is funny because that would be very awkward. I've done that too, where it's like I'm at Target and I want something out of like a case or something, and I'll ask the guy, and he goes, "Oh, sorry, I work for like AT&T. We're only I'm like, why the fuck are you standing around here? Like, give me some, like, where is anybody that works at this place?" And then, like, for me, Walmart's the worst because then you've got the workers that run around are doing the pickup orders. So they got those giant carts and they're filling it up, and they don't care about anybody. They will block the aisles. They will push you out of the way, and they're wearing their headphones the whole time because they don't want to interact with you. They're the worst people on the history of this earth. And I both take advantage of the grocery pickup and also am pissed at every one of them when I'm in store shopping.
Right.
It's kind of a mix. But anyway, yes, it's the worst.
Yeah. So I felt bad about that. And then I didn't feel bad about it. I was like, oh, that was kind of stupid of me, but I laughed it off. And then my kid is getting too full of herself because she knows based on any store that we go to what she gets at that place, or if there's something for her to get at that place. And she kept derailing me from getting our shopping done to, she goes, we need to go over to Starbucks. Oh, we do. It's not even a please or can we. She just goes, we need to go over to Starbucks. Really? We do? For what? She goes, I want a hot chocolate. Okay, well, we got to finish this first. But Starbucks is right over there. Right, but let's get this done and we'll get Starbucks on the way out. I don't want to get it on the way out. I said, you're not paying for this. It's like, you can wait for all of this. And then every time there was a lull in anything happening, are we done now? Can we go to Starbucks? And I was sitting there. I'm going to run you full speed in that car down an aisle and let you go and walk away. And wherever you crash is where you live. And she started laughing. And I go, that's supposed to be a threat. And she's finding it humorous. So my threats mean nothing to all of that.
Yeah, that's how it works. I was actually, the story I told about how I, basically told my daughter, said, fuck the kids when it was talking about donating. I told her that we had mentioned it on the show and she goes, yeah, that was a fun day. Pretty good.
What other updates do I have to do before we get into all the other stuff? Oh, my construction's almost done.
Nice.
I think by next week it's going to be done. The other bathrooms have sinks, have toilets. That whole side of the house has had insulation slid down the in between the studs, I guess. And the beams went all the way down there, and wherever they couldn't, they had the foam gun thing. They were shooting into all kinds of crevices. Walls have been put back, like they did sheetrock last week. So some has been painted, and then others had wood or other paneling stuff put on top. Now it's just a bunch of little things. It passed all the inspections, all the electrical work's done. One of the bathrooms now looks so completely, it looks like, and that was my goal, it looks like one of those luxury bathrooms from a high-end hotel.
Nice. Sliding
glass doors. I tried, and this is, I really wanted this, but it's too expensive for my budget right now.
Bidet.
No, you know the static glass?
Oh, the one that like you hit the button and it just goes.
It goes like white like that.
Yeah,
I wanted that for the shower and everything, and I didn't realize how expensive that was. So
yeah, they're not cheap.
Damn, I'm like, so that's
was a cool effect though. Like every time I see that happen, I'm like, damn, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I really wanted that for the shower, and I just like, all right, that's a bit too much right now. I don't want to spend another. Yeah, I mean, it was going to be another. I don't remember the exact price anymore, but it was at least a few grand more. I'm like, is it worth already? You know, what I laid out for that thing was already 5 figures. Am I going to throw more money out at that? And we didn't do that. But I got the rainforest shower, so it's on the top. It comes out the sides. There's the handle off the stone wall. It looks fantastic. And when it's all finished and done, I got stained glass window for the shower.
So fancy.
Yeah, I know. I went a little too far with all of it, but yeah, it looks great. All the stuff's done, and when all that stuff's done for the second and the third floor, when they're all sealed up and done and painted, they just put, what did they just put in? The heating stuff, because I have baseboard heating throughout the place, so they put in all this new stuff. Looks very sleek, very futuristic, and I was so happy to have this. I put slider faders, whatever you got, light switches for every light that was put in there. Everyone has it. And I was told, going through there, and he goes, why do you want this for every light? And he goes, you could use it for here, but you don't need it for that. I go, every single light switch that's being replaced, every lighting fixture, everything except vanity lighting, I guess it's called, that's over the mirror by the sink in the bathroom or in the bathrooms. That doesn't have a fader, but everything else does. Now, I wanted recessed lighting too, because I wanted it all sunken in with like the hi-hats and stuff. You don't need the hi-hats anymore. I didn't know anything about this. All my lighting are discs. They're like this big, and they're only that thick.
Yeah, they're very thin, and they're just plug and play. Like
all the lighting that I had throughout the entire, both those floors, as they pulled everything out, they cut the ends of the wiring, redid the connections and what have you. They all look like the connections for the new fire smoke alarms now. They all have those adapter things. Cool. So all these LED lights everywhere. Also, you could, if I pop them out of the fixture for the ceiling, you can adjust the lighting temperature. You can go more blue, you can go more white, daylight, orange. It does that whole spectrum thing. So you could pick how you want for each room instead of having to buy those fucking light bulbs all the time, right?
That's awesome.
And if it dies out, it's just a thing with an adapter. You unplug it, you throw it out, you buy a new one, plug the new adapter in it, and it sinks right into the mechanism that holds onto it. So I'm sitting there and I'm now going through every light in every room and adjusting where I want the faders for that, the intensity, the temperature, the color temperature that I want for all of this stuff. I wrote stuff down in a notepad. I took little marks, a little what is that? Crafting knife, X-Acto knife.
Yeah,
and I made little marks because it's not just like where the switch is. It's not just, you click it and the fade up and down. It's
Is this your version of the thermostat? Like, how, dads would be like, it stays here and you put the little piece of tape This is your thermostat. This is your level, and that's going to be it.
That it's where I want it to be. And if somebody messes up, I know where the little engravings are,
Gotcha.
and I can put things. I could put right what once went wrong, to quote the great Dr. Samuel Beckett. So all the lights I went through, I found everything. The light switches are not just the things where it like clicks at the bottom and then you slide it up and down. It's a regular white up down button on and off, but next to it, it's essentially you're just sliding your finger right next to the switch, and that does the fading. Because I hated our old lighting. Like if you got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom or in the hallway, you turn everything on, it's super bright. And I hated that. So now, the first night I got to try it out was last night. I had it on there. You turn it on. It's barely lit. It's enough to see, but not enough to wake you up. I walked in there. I go, this is fantastic. Like that alone was worth the money.
Do you find it weird that at this age now, the things that excite us are way different than what used to excite us in our 20s? Like I would have never thought in my life that at when I was in my 20s, that dimmer switches or the ability to craft different lighting in our house would be very, very cool. You're going to get to the point, you've just put all this stuff in, give it a couple more years where your kid can't leave a room without leaving the light on. Mm-hmm. You're going to want to install Wi-Fi enabled light switches like I'm doing and plugs.
It has an app.
Because they won't go back and turn it off, and you can just get on your phone and go boop, turn it off.
It has an app.
Game changer. Very excited.
I put those in her room before she was born. Like the lighting in there, I can adjust the colors, the intensity, all of that stuff. I remember that. And if she leaves and doesn't turn it off, I can hit a thing on the phone and turns off. All these lights,
timers,
all these lights. If I need to, I can go into this system, turn it on, turn that off. I can adjust everything manually and on the app if I need to.
It's wonderful.
But I have it. Feeling. I have it there. I don't want to use the app because I'm not that depraved that I can't walk into a room and turn the light switch on. I'm not sitting there.
Sure. No, that's one thing.
I've seen people who take 30 seconds to a minute to try to get their app open in order to turn the lights on in their room.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's when you hook the Alexa or the Siri up to it, because I'll do this thing where I'll leave my house and then I forget to leave the lights on for the dog. And I kind of feel bad. The dog's, sitting in the house by herself. She's in her crate and I'm going to be a little bit later. It's getting dark. So I can go on my phone and turn the lights on and do the TV lights or something like that. And it's just, I know that they're listening to everything I do, but I can't at this point live without my Alexa in my house. Mm-hmm. To the point where they have a new setting where you can make it sassy and she'll fucking talk back to me. And it's like, it's like having a friend. It's wonderful. Yeah. But yeah, I hook everything. If I can automate it or if I can do some kind of app through stuff, it's the best. It is the best. Yeah, pretty much.
Cons right here. It's like Alexa, rave light settings. Yeah, I don't go that far. I don't hook all that stuff into Alexa because that just seems like I could just go and do that, or I have the app on my phone. I can do that. I don't need Alexa functioning to do all of that nonsense. So,
she reminds me to take the trash cans out every Wednesday night. Like I have things set up to just keep me living at this point. Like reminders. I've got stuff that I can tell her to turn my lights on. I can tell her to turn all the lights off at the same time. So like TV light and all that stuff.
I have a clock in the kitchen. It's a big clock that has Mickey Mouse.
Cat with the eyes that go back and forth.
No, that's I would. And it's a big poster below it. It says "Hang in there, baby."
Hang in there, baby.
The mouse. It's a Disney clock, right?
Yeah.
And Mickey's arms are moving. But it also has, and this reminds me of school. Remember how school used to have the little, you'd see the clocks in your classroom and they were all synced together to the school, right? Yeah. Sometimes the clocks would fall off. So you would hear like a high pitched tone while you were in class, and you would just see the clocks all, like if they were running fast or running slow, the clocks move back to a set position so that everything is back in sync again.
Yeah. Well, every time you catch that, you think time was going backwards. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm time traveling. I'm having a stroke.
I've been here way too long.
But they also would have those little marks around the side that would show the seconds in a minute. So you'd see the countdown, right? This clock has that. It's a Mickey Mouse clock, but it's synced with Alexa. So if the kid has to set a timer, or if I have to set a timer for cooking or whatever, I can set multiple timers. And I'll say, Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes for the chicken parmesan, set a timer for 11 minutes for her chicken rice, and that kind of thing. So it would do multiple timers. You see the clocks doing all the cool shit, and the kid loves it. That's about as far as I go, because I don't want everything having to go through Alexa. Now you can say, well, the problem is you already have Alexa in the house, so you're fucked. Yeah, I understand that, but look, it's a trade-off I'm making where
you're like, she doesn't need to understand.
I don't need to have constantly give my phone or the iPads to the kid to hook up to a Bluetooth speaker to play the music and stuff that she wants. Her playlist is hooked up through Alexa, so she can just talk to Alexa and play whatever song that she wants to play, and that's what's happening. So she'll go over, like lately it's just been all Taylor Swift stuff.
And, I almost got that Mickey clock, by the way. I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I passed on it. I had it in my cart for like the longest time. I passed. Then it became unavailable, and people are selling it for like $200-$300 now. Just like you guys are assholes. I know exactly.
In the chat, that ticking sound, it still haunts me. Are you talking about the ticking from the clocks in school? Yes. Oh my God, if you had to take a test and you just heard the I'm
going insane.
It's like I can't function this. I need to school is driving me mad. I need to leave. I can't be a part of this anymore. Linhart, hello. An app as a remote and mixing for lighting is great, saves time. I have the app for all the lighting stuff is programmed through here. Some of the house stuff's programmed through here. I might be getting, I've been talking with our company. I might be getting an upgrade for our alarm system. Because I've had them forever, but I guess the wall unit is aging out from what they're still going to be responsible for servicing, the panel.
Right.
So they're going to have to update the panel, but they also want to go through every window, the doors, the vault room, the safe. They all have those sensors on there. They want to replace everything. And I said, okay, that's great. And then they said, well, it would cost. And I said, I'm not paying for this. What do you mean? It's like, if you're telling me you need to update your technology, that's not a cost I need to take care of, because I'm been with you forever. I'm paying I don't know if it's monthly or quarterly, whatever it is I pay for the security system and all of that stuff. I go, you're telling me I have to upgrade this stuff. It's like the cable company. When they tell you need to hand in your box, or we got to send somebody over there to replace your units. Right. They're not charging me for that. Sometimes they try to, and you yell at them, and all of a sudden that charge goes away real quick. And they were saying like, well, we got to do all of this stuff. And it's like, well, I'm not paying for it. If you have to update it for your system that I'm paying for, that's fine. But I am not eating the cost of updating your system for the service that I'm paying. But they want to offer more, some servers and stuff for security cameras in different angles. And hit or miss. I've been talking with people. Do you go with your security company to have also the video surveillance, or do you have that as a separate entity that you take care of your house that your security company doesn't have access to? And everyone's kind of 50-50 on it. Some say I just it's just easier to have your company do that, and other people are swearing it's like, no, I'll give you the names of cameras and servers you can get. You have it installed, and then you take care of it. It's all hardwired into your server, so you have the recorder. Don't use an online cloud service for all of that stuff. Do you have anything like that?
No, but I've been thinking of actually doing. I've been looking at stuff like the Blink cameras. Amazon's got the Blink cameras. They're all wireless. You can pop them up anywhere. When my kids were younger, instead of doing like baby monitors, I was always hooking up cameras, like those little, you plug it in and you do everything through your Wi-Fi camera, so I can monitor and stuff like that. But nothing like extensive for the outdoors or anything like that. So I was actually like looking into those. But you're right, they have ones that come with these giant big box for servers, and you can plug in and you can record up to like 5,000 hours of footage. Because those cloud server ones are great for a little bit, but then they're like, well, after a certain amount of time, we're going to purge old stuff out, and sometimes you want that old stuff. So yeah, it's definitely better to do something where you can kind of keep those records for yourself, or at least be able to move them somewhere that you can access them later.
Right. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to figure that out. I've seen that thing that you're talking about with Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
What was that other company? They sell like security system sets like at Costco and things too. That's like 6 cameras. And so I know a couple of people who are, former like agents for Homeland Security or just detectives and things like that. I'm going to ask them around. It's like, what do they recommend? Like, what did they see more as being a problem? So I'm thinking the individual cameras with a server in-house instead of a cloud system. I didn't like the fact of having that kid's camera. It was a necessity. I had it, but all the servers and the videos were on, all the video and the feeds were on their server. It was a cloud server. And I'm like, well, how do I delete those videos from, my kid sleeping or something like that? And they're like, oh, you flip this switch and turn the history off. I go, okay, but what about the pet? Like, I can't get an answer how to delete all the other shit that's been on there. Right. So kid's older, doesn't need that camera anymore. I have no use for it. I canceled my subscription for that thing. So it runs out end of the year or sometime in the fall. But yeah, I got to figure that out too. And yeah, so next week, hopefully, I'll have the studio down here redone, and it'll look a lot better than.
Well, that'll be great because as much as the green screen has been a nice, fun feature to be able to allow you to keep doing this, it has delayed our show twice this, in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and the reason why this is getting annoying is that the green screen is causing you to have multiple wardrobe changes before the show.
Yeah.
And I caught some of these moments. This was last week. Your shirt and your whole outfit wouldn't show up on the green screen.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
I know.
And then you were just waving at the camera. And then at one point we figured out you could be John B.
Hi, Pee-wee. Yeah.
Hi, John B. And he's like, we were figuring out. I was like, okay. So we figured out.
But it wasn't even a green shirt. That was the thing.
It was a blue shirt.
It was a light blue shirt because, look, I know blue and green are the colors that you adjust the chroma to do whatever you need to do. But if you're on the green screen, blue shouldn't be a problem. If anything, blue kind of turns purple on a green screen based on the settings. Blue shouldn't have gone anywhere. And then today, I'm wearing a yellow shirt.
Today you were wearing yellow.
And I had this I sat down. Look at that.
You look like you had chest hair or ants crawling all over you.
Yeah. I looked, what's that woolly bully guy? The magnetic thing? You
woolly
draw
willy.
The beard on him?
On the beard.
Yeah. It's like, oh, let me throw some Ginzo chest hair onto me and try to do the show that way.
So you did that and you're like, this is getting ridiculous. So you go upstairs, you go grab another shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And it does the exact same thing. And you at some point had like 3 or 4 shirts that you were trying to figure out if it would work.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, I can't believe we're delaying the show because your wardrobe doesn't work from camera.
I'll say this. All right. I've had in the weeks we've been doing, what are we doing? 5-6 weeks with the green screen now?
It's been a while. Yeah.
I've had other people from other shows or who do video and stuff like that. And they said, I had no idea that was a green screen till you said something. I said, really? And to be fair, they are right, because you see a lot of other people with green screen, they don't adjust the backlighting that well. And it just looks like a shitty graphic behind them while they're talking,
Right.
I needed to replicate the studio so it had consistency while all the construction and everything's going. Because you go right here. Is all of that stuff. So I spent time doing video loops and tweaking it, adjusting all the lights so that it was on there, so it looks like you can't really tell.
Well, and then this has been months in the planning. Like you and I talked about this, I think even before Thanksgiving, that you were going to have this done in February. And I had said, well, it's just because we had messed around with the idea of green screen for you anyway. And we talked about it and you're like, that's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. And so you've been planning this for months. I just find it funny in the last 2 weeks. things have been going on that you can't wear certain shirts. I mean, there have been times where you'd hold something up and you can kind of see it. And that kind of broke the illusion. But for the most part, I got to say, it's worked out great. No one's really noticed.
Yeah.
And it's been fantastic. I thought maybe it would be funny to do a looping video where you could see yourself in the background doing something and then realizing you're on camera and then leaving the room while we're doing the show. But
like the water bottle is a gradient. It's light blue all the way down to dark blue here.
So the light blue's not working.
Yeah. Light blue's not working. Yellow's not working. The other shirt was what was the, I put it back.
It was like a gold.
There was a gold.
Like
and gold wasn't working. So I don't know what I did. I had other people, that I hopped on other people's shows and stuff, and they had no idea it was this. And they said, what were you doing? And I told them what I was doing. I'm playing around with the camera settings because I got an HD, a Sony camera, and I'm fiddling around with that. I'm tweaking the video. I'm tweaking. Right. Like I spent way more time on it than I probably should have. So it didn't look like a problem. But here, I'll show you. So ready? Here we go.
Goodbye, Eric. That's so funny.
Yeah. See? So green screen. Nobody knew, but hopefully this is the last week.
Yeah, what you guys don't see is like a bunch of people are actually behind him currently in those green bodysuits doing construction.
Maybe I should get a helmet and I can be the mouth of Sauron with this.
Oh, so funny.
Should I just do the rest of the show like this?
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
Okay.
One of these days you should take like green makeup and just do random designs on your face. But yeah, it's been interesting the last 2 weeks. Just because you didn't notice the first time, like at first, like I didn't notice, you didn't notice, and then as we were about to start the show, you're like, wait a second, hold on, and your arm was missing or something was missing. You're like, what is? Oh no! And it was like, oh, that's so funny. And then today, we're just sitting there, we're doing stuff, and all of a sudden it looked like just ants were everywhere because the picture is a still picture, so it looks like hair. But when you're live, it's fluxing. So it looked like something was moving all over your body. And I'm just like, this is weird, man. Like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So pretty interesting. So I'm glad it's going to be done soon. It'll be good for you to have full functionality of your house and all that fun stuff. So
it'll be good.
Yeah.
Just get all of that done. All right. If you're in the live room here, hit like, hit subscribe. Help your boys out. We would appreciate that. We got a lot of other stuff to get here today. We had some space stuff from last week. Let's try to get through that really fast because I want to get to some of the ads and the food stuff. We had some space stuff that we didn't get to last week, but we can always bring it up here. New footage came post Artemis landing, and the opening. Well, we could skip the opening of the capsule. Everyone's seen that at this point in the splashdown stuff,
right?
But I wanted to show you. They released footage of. I don't know how long these cameras lasted, if they melted off at this point, but these were cameras that were on the boosters.
That's cool.
So you're seeing the boosters view as it's lifting up off the launch pad here. Take a look at this.
10, 9, 8, 7, RS-25 engines lit. 4,
Jesus,
3, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great.
Hold on.
The moon. Humanity's next great voyage.
The news anchors need to shut the fuck up.
Seriously.
You don't need
I want to hear the rumbling of the rockets. Come on now.
Yeah. Even wrestlers, the wrestling announcers that know what's for the most part, they know what's going to happen. So they follow, but even though they know when to let things breathe, let something happen before they go, oh, look at that. They're not sitting there. Oh, he's picking them up. He's doing this. He's putting that. Now when he's doing it's like, let the moves and stuff show and tell the story themselves. You don't need to be talking while you're looking at cool shit like this.
The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Isn't that awesome?
That's so crazy.
Look.
Confirmed separation. Main engines throttling up. Guidance converged.
Oh, that is super
Standing
cool.
by for launch abort system jettison.
Look at that.
Houston Integrity, good last jettison, great view.
Copy, jettison. Team Eco 8+02. Integrity and nominal MECO, core stage separated.
That's awesome too. That's
almost really cool.
Yeah.
Well, green screens have come a long way, my friend. That's really cool looking. I saw some footage, and I'm gonna have to try to find it. You know how we talked about iPhones were the first like non-reconfigured piece of electronic that they've ever let happen to go up there. It was just plain old. What was it, the iPhone 17? That was it. Like that was standard. Same phone I got. Just bring it up into space. One of the astronauts was taking footage of them like passing the moon and the dark side of the moon, and like this is like straight from your cell phone footage. And I was like just in awe of it all. And it was so cool. I know we had talked about Lego stuff. I got myself my Artemis rocket system. I'm putting that together. That's gonna be pretty cool.
They had that ready to go. Like, was that out before the launch?
Well, the Artemis system has been. I mean, this is Artemis 2, so they already launched Artemis 1 a couple years back. So they had the Artemis system. They have a big one, and then they had this one released probably like 3 months ago. Okay. So this is just the Artemis system. It's not Artemis 1, 2, 3. It's just the same rocket booster system. It's the same one that launched a while back. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got that. And then I know a couple weeks back I had talked about I was going to try to get into more like astral photography and doing stuff like that. Last night was the first night in a while that we had some clear skies. I actually took my first picture using my new camera of the moon. Look at that.
This is the one that's built into your telescope?
Yeah, just built in.
Wow.
And that was just, that was super cool. I was very excited about that. I can't wait till like the moon's like bigger and brighter, and I'll get some better footage. But I hooked a battery up to it, and I'm going to let it run for about maybe 4 hours tonight and try to get a really cool nebula. Because a lot of the time with these cameras, it's not just take one picture and that's it. You have to take multiple pictures. You got to account for the drift and the movement, and it tracks it and everything. And then what you do is you stack them, and it compresses all of it together, gets the good photo. You can move stuff around, and then get a really good photo of like a nebula or like another spiral galaxy or something like that. I actually did one last night for about 2 hours. I had to edit it.
Next week we'll have Jordan. I just bought Lego Spiral Galaxy. It's 7,000 pieces.
Oh, you mean that one?
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, stop. Stop touching the cameras.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch the camera when you're broadcasting.
Late. But yeah, so I took some couple of cool photos. I'm excited. So got some nice night skies here.
You got to set up a dedicated area where you have the Artemis launch set next to the old shuttle launch set.
Yeah.
And put them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because I've got the shuttle down here, but it's too low for what the Artemis is gonna be. So I'm probably gonna have to like redo some more open space for that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. So,
well, feel free to super chat us anything that you want to talk about or questions, because Jordan is apparently pissing his money away between concerts and Legos.
Legos.
We're going to need to be taking care of him. So feel free to send us your super chat questions and queries for all of that. Hey Don, see, we still got to work on your YouTube. Why? But you're on Twitch, not Twitch, Twitter. He said, I was 8 when they landed on the moon. Why I cannot recall it is odd, but it was summertime, so was it probably outside playing? Yeah. I mean, it was a huge ordeal landing on the moon, but as a kid, I was a kid and the Berlin Wall came down. You know, I learned later on it was a big deal. At the time, I didn't give two shits about what was going on because I wanted to go play He-Man or G.I. Joe or something. And history's happening. You ever have that when you're a kid? Your parents sit you down. You got to watch this. This is important. This is history. And they don't give. I did it with my kid was watching all the space stuff, the NASA feed on. I had it on the Apple TV streaming. And then the landing came, and I'm like, look, they're landing there. She just wanted her iPad. She was watching kid stuff on YouTube. She's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then she's
like, it's great. I want to watch Bluey.
Quickly gone and done. Don't need any of that stuff.
That's so funny.
So, we're gonna wrap this up.
Space stuff.
So last time we did the Artemis coverage, we talked about other countries with space programs. Sure. People love to say, those flat earthers and conspiracy theories. We never went to the moon. The earth is flat. All of this other stuff isn't real. The latest theory was at the time when the rocket was launching that it actually just curved and landed in the Indian Ocean. It never actually made it to space, which was ridiculous because everybody would have seen this.
Right.
The majority of the world would have seen this rocket skimming the horizon and then the atmosphere and then curving right down and landing in the ocean. Never happened. So we discussed that, how all the conspiracy and the flat earth shit is bullshit. There's other countries that have space programs that have successfully launched stuff into space, have landed stuff on the moon. India landed something on the moon. Japan, obviously, us, Russia's stuff crashed into the moon, but look, they made the effort. And then there's other countries that have space programs that train for astronauts or mechanical stuff, computer software. They all contribute. Right. I was gonna say, I think even Colombia was involved at some point. I'm like, you're not just that exploded upon reentry, and that's really not cool.
Oh, yeah, that's why we don't name it Colombia anymore.
No, not anymore. No more South American countries as they explode. You remember what happened to the country of Challenger down there? We never hear from them again.
It's right next to Honduras.
So we were talking about all these countries that do actually have active space programs and participate in the bigger global community. And while we were going through all of this stuff, we realized Mexico has a space program. And we're like, really? Mexico has a space program? Yeah, it's right off that West Coast area, not the Baja Strip, but within the inside of that on the West Coast of Mexico. They have their facilities, their launch pads, all of that stuff. And we saw a video clip of the Mexican astronauts in space. Well, we got an update.
One of my favorite clips
of them in space again, checking in with, I don't know who their version of Houston is down there. Chihuahua.
Still Houston. It's all Spanish speaking.
Hey, Chihuahua, we're up here in space. They sent another video back down to Earth, and we need to take a look at it right now.
Hydraulics, how do you make it bounce, fool?
Hey, Pluto looking more like a puto, homie.
The higher the orbit, the downer the fool.
I don't see what a galaxy was.
Looking for Darth Vato, ese?
E.T. phone, homie.
I gotta see my C-3PO officer, fool.
With no gravity, my socks stay high, homie.
You're gonna get zapped like Roger, fool.
This isn't NASA, this is masa, homie. Hey, little Comet, pull up.
Comet, come make everything clean, fucker. In space, no one can hear you whistle.
I would watch hours of these guys doing this.
Yeah. Well, there might be a third one next week, so we'll see.
I hope so.
But the Mexican space
Masa, program, more like Masa. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Viva la Masa is alive and well.
Oh, so
we
good.
salute you, the proud, mighty folks of the country of Mexico.
Orale.
All right. If you're in the room here, hit like, hit subscribe, do all the things. Help us out. You're getting this stuff for free. All right. I wanted to move on to another ongoing storyline with us. McDonald's. We've been talking about McDonald's almost every week for the last 2 months.
Fucking dead to me.
It started with, just how terrible the app is, terrible the value meal menu is, the food, like the usual stuff. Then the CEO out of nowhere decided I'm going to do and show you how to eat our food. And it's just been a nonstop barrage of everyone goofing on this guy. He did not the McArch, the Big Arch video.
The Big Arch.
Then he did what was the second video?
Did the chicken Big Mac.
That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Then the third video, which quietly snuck out there, we found it, and still a lot of people aren't talking about the third video, where he took the fucking soft serve ice cream cone and put it on a fish fillet. And I was like, he has to be trying to troll everybody at this point. But that was not the case. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we watched the video of the interview he did with the Wall Street Journal, and he was trying to eat the chicken nuggets, and he couldn't really eat a chicken nugget like a normal human being.
Yeah, weirdo.
And they were asking him about, when did you find out that you went viral for all of this stuff? And he said, when his daughter came in and said, Dad, you're going viral. Oh, really? And she goes, yes, they all hate you.
She's 2, by the way.
The CEO of McDonald's, his daughter tells him that, you're all over the internet and everyone dislikes you greatly.
Not in a good way. Sorry,
so, they're still recovering from all of that stuff. And even though a blunder like that would probably generate a lot of business for any other company, right?
Right.
By accidentally going viral and causing the discussion like that. But no, Burger King pulled ahead with just switching up the ingredients on the Whopper to different styles, different companies, makes, fresh beef, all of this shit.
Now with meat.
It's been doing really well. That teaser we talked about like the half a dozen donuts from Dunkin' Donuts, but they're doing sliders. It's in Portland.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
In Portland?
Yeah, they're testing it out in Portland and like one other place, like Cincinnati or something.
Stupid food influencers are flying out to Portland to get this thing. And it seems to be pretty popular. I think they might roll it out. I don't know if it's permanent, but for at least a limited amount of time, they're going to roll it out nationally at some point, which I would try that. I went to a Burger King. I was driving somewhere and I went, there says Burger King here. Let me go see what the Whopper thing's all about. Well, I go there and I look on, they have everything's on the app. So now I'm sitting in the fucking car. I'm trying to download the Burger King app and setting all that up. And I go through the app and they have a different, I didn't even try the Whopper that everyone's talking about saying that it's good. They had a peppercorn Whopper, peppercorn bacon Whopper. And I said, that peppercorn mayo stuff is like what they use for the Tropicana Twister. Not Tropicana Twister. That's a beverage. The KFC Twister.
I was like, I hope not. Jesus Christ, that would be gross.
That's a real dirty soda for you to try.
It's
the KFC Twister. And I said, let's try the Whopper. So I'm not going to get the big Whopper because what if the thing sucks? I get the little junior Whopper thing. It was really good.
I had it too, like a week and a half, 2 weeks
I
ago.
was amazed. I said, I haven't liked fast food like this in a long time. Like it's enough. It's like, it's decent enough to eat when you have to, but to go, wow, that actually was really good happened. I haven't had that in a long time.
My only complaint is that they put too much of the peppercorn mayo on mine. So like it was just going everywhere, but dumb it down a little bit. It's a pretty solid burger. I hate to say that because
if it's dripping out, you take a bite, you dip it right in there and you sop it up like bread with Sunday sauce.
Yeah, but I'm trying to eat while texting and driving and making sure my kids are okay. There's no chance I want all that going everywhere.
Keep your knees at 10 and 2 while you're doing everything else.
Right, just holding on with my legs on, trying to eat a Whopper and looking at my Twitter account.
Yeah.
55 miles an hour.
I was amazed the peppercorn BLT Whopper. Right. How good it was. And again, for fast food, but considering how terrible everything's been for a long time, I'm like, are we turning the page here? Are we rounding that corner where they're actually going to start improving the food again? One can be hopeful. I still haven't tried the newer version of the Whopper that everyone was saying is really good. The spicy chickens or whatever they were doing over at Wendy's, everyone's saying is kind of meh, which I don't care. I always liked Wendy's, but I'll give it a chance at some point.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised how good the peppercorn BLT Whopper was at Burger King. Now, why am I bringing all this stuff up? It's to fill time, but also too, the fact that we were talking about McDonald's and they've had a lot of guffaws lately. And it caused Burger King to surge past them, at least in these United States on this planet we call Earth, that Burger King is in the number one position for the time being. Well, something comes across my one of my social media feeds. And I see more problems for McDonald's. And I'm reading the rest of the headline. I go, wait, what? I haven't seen anything like this. And it turns out, because it's not McDonald's in the United States that's having the problem. It's the McDonald's in the UK has a tremendous history of criminal issues towards its employees. And I'm reading through this little blurb and I go, all right, now I need to go and a bit of a deep dive and find out what the hell's been going on and how there's a different CEO for McDonald's over there. Now, I guess they all report to the American CEO, but I think because they own McDonald's is a real estate holding company too. They don't just rent the areas and have their food.
They own the land.
Right.
And so, you're like renting the land from them to franchise these companies.
I think because of them owning property in these different countries, they have to set their corporations up differently to the local laws or whatever. So there's a CEO for the UK, and I don't know if that CEO also handles the rest of Europe. But apparently there's been so many fucking problems with McDonald's in the UK that it actually went to Parliament and is still in court or going through their process over there for criminal charges, for laws and regulations. Like, what the fuck are they doing over there? Well, I'm going to show you. I found this BBC News report that'll tell us all.
McDonald's will bring in new sexual harassment training for managers in strengthened measures agreed with the equality watchdog to protect its staff from abuse. It comes after a BBC investigation 2 years ago was told that workers as young as 17 were being groped and harassed almost routinely. McDonald's said that the new measures would build on the significant progress we've already made in this space. Noor Nanji reports.
All right, before we continue on, it's not just
asleep on it.
Well, that's how they talk. They're all long-winded.
They're very reserved.
It wasn't just like, this happened at one or two branches. Multiple branches around the UK.
What if it was in their training? And if she's 17, you must grope her before touching a Big Mac.
Yeah, like what if we here? It's like this is going down in 13 states. You go, what?
Right.
That's a fucking problem. That's not an isolated incident with a manager that slipped past screening or something. It's like, some of these states, it's just a culture. It's just what they're doing there.
McDonald's does 100% have a problem with sexual harassment.
It's just a disgusting behaviour, and it's meant to be a friendly environment, and it's not.
Teenagers speaking up about their experiences working at McDonald's during a months-long BBC investigation into the company in 2023. More than 100 McDonald's workers told us they faced a culture of sexual harassment, bullying, abuse. The BBC first started investigating working conditions at McDonald's after the company signed an agreement with the equality watchdog. Now the watchdog is intervening again, with a new set of measures aimed at protecting McDonald's staff from sexual abuse.
This is rampant.
Fine, we'll stop harassing people. Jeez.
They had this. Now, they said the initial problem was going through 2023. And that watchdog group, they had to sign an agreement with some watchdog group, a third party to come in and survey and see that the company was living up to what it was saying it was doing, that laws weren't being broken, whatever. That company had to be brought in again recently because shit was happening again.
I think the fact that the Commission has had to come back to McDonald's and its franchises to strengthen and extend the agreement suggests that perhaps McDonald's hasn't done enough already in the last 2 years to comply with what the Commission wanted it to comply with.
The strengthened steps include new sexual harassment training for managers and franchisees.
What was in the previous training that was teaching all these people to abuse people and harass and bully them?
Don't touch the 17-year-olds. God, it was a typo in the manual.
When they shot those videos, because again, they have to be locally done based on the country and their laws. They had the script wrong. All the parts where it says don't and no were not in there. And they were teaching you how to undress the employees, how to lock them in the back room where you change the sodas, how to feel around them.
Videos like, oi, mate, look, you don't touch the Big Mac.
And finally, number 17, please stop addressing senior management as cunts. And you're like, oh my God, please put this video online. We need to see this.
It's going to be a huge tie-in with Ted Lasso's new season where it's just like Ted Lasso's like, hey guys, I just can't have you touching anybody. You know what? Jamie Tart comes out, just trying to stop people from touching 17-year-olds inappropriately.
Well, not
And
Jamie
also get their
Tart.
new
Jamie
meal.
Tart bought franchises for McDonald's, and all of his McDonald's are the ones that are sexually harassing the people that are in
Right.
those. That's a great storyline. Now we got to get Ted back for season 6.
Focusing on the grooming of young workers and bringing in an external body to review whether it is handling sexual harassment claims appropriately. The Equality and Human Rights Commission said it needed to agree stronger actions with McDonald's, but was...
I want to also point out, too, for as much as we mock and make fun of American broadcasts, at least when they're being performative or whatever, listening to it the other way, where they're not being performative and they're just reading the copy, we're talking about horrible stuff that's happening to minors, and they all seem completely uninterested that they don't want to do this. Like they got this at 4:50 on a Friday, and they're just rushing to get this done so they can go home for the weekend. There's no life. It's like, at least pretend to care that children are being abused at one of the biggest corporations on this planet.
Right. And like you said, not just a single location, all the locations.
100 locations.
Pleased with the steps the company was now taking. But one former McDonald's...
And you can cut out the breathing part, too. There's a thing called editing where you don't have to sit there and go, and that's when the trouble started. We went over to Leeds to talk to the head. It's like, oh my God,
who
stop
spoke
with the breathing.
up as part of our initial investigation, said she didn't think it would make a difference.
They've looked at what they can possibly do in terms of what will sound promising enough, but not will actually bring change. And I don't think they actually have any personal desire to make the change. I don't think they care enough. I think this is, again, reiterating my point, it's a checkbox for them to tick, just like with the training. It's something on a to-do list, and they think they'll do it and it'll go away.
They originated the language, and they're terrible at it. All of them. They're
not speaking English correctly.
Whatever there is, it all slurs together.
But it just won't happen.
It's like drunk speak all the time.
The chief executive of McDonald's has twice been called into Parliament to answer questions about the claims of abuse uncovered by the BBC.
Those allegations described are abhorrent, unacceptable, and there is no place for them in McDonald's.
Today,
his name is Alistair. He's a groper.
Imagine the CEO of McDonald's or any kind of fast food place being brought to the floor in Congress for questioning about what is your company doing to the children of this country.
Could you imagine you're watching fucking C-SPAN and Dave Thomas from Wendy's is having to talk about how his company doesn't grope 17-year-olds? That man was an icon. He adopted his daughter, made her the company's logo, and people are groping people near the Dave's Double.
Well, then you find out throughout the hearings and everything and the breakdowns is the reason why they insist on fresh beef and never frozen is that they're using the trucks for human trafficking, right?
Yeah.
From state borders down through Canada, up through Canada, down through Mexico. The girl that's the Wendy's logo, it was just his first victim that they originally was on a milk carton. And then he's like, you know what? If we put some red ink around her, we make her the logo, they'll never think to look for her again. That was Dave Thomas's first victim, is the girl on the Wendy's logo.
McDonald's
Dave
said
Thomas was a serial killer.
that alongside its franchisees, it has embedded an extensive set of robust and far-reaching initiatives.
Corporate speak. As soon as you hear shit like that, you already tune it out and go, all right, you're not serious about this.
To ensure a safe working environment.
How long, Caddy? Yes, Dave Thomas was a saint.
I agree. But then again,
it's just funny to pretend.
It said it welcomed the new measures, which would build on the significant progress it has already made in this space.
Again, in this space, talk like you're facing sexual abuse of minor charges. Talk like a person, not corporate speak.
It also said it was confident the measures they have already implemented are working and making a difference.
Obviously not, because they got that whatever that watchdog group was called in a second time in 3 years, because guess what? I saw it in here before. Where is it? Where's the other one there? Yeah, the McDiddles. That's the thing. So I can't find it. It was here. Yeah, there's a problem. There's a problem going on. You got the American one. Too
long for a title, but very, very funny.
No. Hold on.
They're asking for it.
Put it back up. There we go. I'm gonna save that. That could be a show title. Let me see how I can work that.
Long.
Yeah, it is long. Anyway, you can take that down now. Yeah, so second time in 3 years. Plus, they've been on the floor of Parliament twice because the government's like, what are you doing? You're obviously not putting this all, fixing this. You're saying, you put out some, air-blown press release and then carry on as business as usual. Well, the CEO was on, I don't know if this was because the way BBC and everything works over there, like BBC Radio is also the same as BBC television, like it's all together.
Okay.
So I don't know if this was a radio interview or if this was a video podcast that the news is playing clips of, but they had the CEO on. I forgot her name, but they had her on. And when you listen to her talk, it's like she gives zero fucks. And she's American too, it seems. She came over to take over what was going on over here and hasn't fixed anything. Look at this.
Don't want to speak about the past. What I'm here is to build the future, and I would really love to talk about our work experience.
McDonald's haven't spoken a lot about the past, have they? And young people in your workplace, that it has been revealed that there was a really serious cultural problem across McDonald's.
What happened in recent years is unacceptable, and we did a ton of work to make sure that we have the safeguarding and safety of our people top of mind, and we are very confident in what we have now to secure our people.
Clearly, you've come in, and there's still been more to do, despite it being 3 years on. So what have you learned? What can you tell us about what you learned about what went wrong before? Why did it go wrong?
It has to be top of mind, and that is something that is very, very top of mind in our restaurants right now. Like I said, training, safe and respectful workplaces is something that everybody is passionate about and focused on.
Passion. As soon as you said everyone's passionate about, you know what everyone else was passionate about? Touching underage children that were working at your restaurants. When you're using those safe buffer code word shit, you lose all credibility. No one is believing this.
Here's the thing. Did they get rid of all the management? Because if it was like, managers doing it, retraining them is not going to teach them not to do that. That is a thing that they just are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
You have to just gut every one of those places.
Yeah.
And build staff up.
Speak like a person, because if you look, even the fucking dork that's the CEO of McDonald's right in America, when he was getting shit for nothing this serious, but just him being a doofus with doing
just a robot.
Yeah, doing the food interviews and stuff. When he comes out there, he kept calling the food the product. Our product is this. If you want to show a moment of you being real and you being a human being, and to show that you are taking this seriously, drop the press release. Mm-hmm. Drop the corporate verbiage that you're spewing on here. Talk to them and say, hey, look, if she came up there and went this in, she goes, look, you're going to have to beep this out. Yeah, it was fucked up. It really was a bad thing here, and we're working towards it. People would be like, all right, I'm listening now. Or, all right, it seems that they're at least attempting to show that they gave a shit about what was going on. When you're saying top of mind, like everybody was pointing out here in the chat, and, everyone's passionate about this. No one is passionate about corporate policy. That's the wrong word. You're passionate about a dream job, a project, your family, your loved one, something like that. That's where passion comes from. No one's passionate about corporate training for sexual abuse and potentially other kinds of abuse with all of that shit. They never fucking learn.
But how did it come to that before? What was wrong? Was it a cultural issue?
I can't speak to what went on before.
Yes, you can. You're the CEO.
You have to. You have to be ready for this.
You can say, it's like, look, I wasn't there. I wasn't here with that company during that time. But since I got here and was brought up to speed, there's ways of you taking responsibility because you're the head of this division of the company. You can say, I wasn't there when this was happening, but since I took over and blah, 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 that makes all the sense in the world. You can't say, I can't speak to what happened before, but we've moved on from this point. Like at the beginning, she goes, that was in the past. We've moved on. No.
You want to move on.
Right.
No one else has moved on from this yet.
No.
And
that
you have to answer some questions.
That watchdog group is still up your ass, and you're probably going to be called to Parliament a third time for all of this stuff here. Let's back it up a little bit.
About and focused on. Said training, safe and respectful workplaces is something that everybody is passionate about and focused on.
But how did it come to that before? What was wrong? Was it a cultural issue?
I can't speak to what went on before.
Why not?
Because I am here today to push us forward into the future.
That is piss poor damage control.
And
that is saying, well, look, I'm not here to talk about my divorce. I'm here to talk about the new movie that I'm here to promote. No. Your divorce is all over the place because you were abusive or you stole this or whatever happened.
You were working at a McDonald's groping 17-year-olds.
Yeah, you can't go, well, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about going forward. Have you tried the K-pop Demon Hunter value meal? Yes, that is total shit. But back to you diddling kids.
Right.
Yeah, let's put that back again just because that's important.
Cultural issue?
I can't speak to what went on before.
Why not?
Because I am here today to push us forward into the future.
Yeah. I'm here today not to talk about that. I'm here today to talk about, have you seen the strides we've been taking for the McValue meal? We've added 3 more items to the under $3 value meal. That's what I'm here to talk about. No one gives a shit about your the hash browns are $3 now. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. If it's $1, then we'll talk. But otherwise, let's talk about what happened before you got here. That's still a continuing problem. That's like, I'm not talking about current president, but that's like any president taking over, elected, they're in office, and you're saying, well, what are we going to do about, what America did back in the day? And you said, well, that would happen when I wasn't in office when that happened, so I can't speak upon that. We're looking towards the future. Did you see what the bill I passed for infrastructure? You see what I'm going to be doing over here? No. You're the guy in charge. You still have to deal with this shit. You still have to deal with all this stuff going on over there. Same thing with CEOs. You still have to deal with the past. It's like you were not there during that time. Right. But since you've taken over, what have you done to make sure shit like that hasn't happened? Which is what they've been asking that division of McDonald's for 3 years. And that interview was only a few days old.
I was going to say that was like, I think 2 days ago.
Yeah. And they're still having a problem. So America has its fucking problems. But it's just, you got a guy who doesn't know how to function as a human being running the company and can't eat the food correctly. And then over in the UK, there's way worse problems than, how terrible the ramen shaker fries were for that latest Happy Meal.
So bad. What I'm definitely into before we move away from food is we were talking about Burger King killing it. Look at what Burger King is doing soon. I want that Mandalorian crown. Get me. They have 4 collector's cups. We need to go back to a society where we have collector cups or glassware or something like that. I need my Batman Forever glass goblet. You guys need
to. Where's the glass?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's how we used to do it.
The old Batman, yeah.
I want.
They had 4 of them, by the way. It was collect all 4. Yeah,
I had, I think, 3 of them for sure. But yeah, look at that.
I have an uncle
Larry Grogu
that has all of the McDonald's glasses from the 70s and 80s still.
Those are awesome.
Like it has the Mayor McCheese is on there, Birdie and the Fry Guys, like all those different. They're painted onto the glasses.
Yeah, they had some quality to the stuff that used to buy. It was only like $1.99 extra. Like, I'll get the meal and then I'll spend $2 to get a glass I'll use for the next 2 decades. Can
we talk real quick about Mandalorian and Grogu? They showed up as a live ad read during WrestleMania. And
yeah, I think I saw that.
Michael Cole and what's his name? Barrett, Wade Barrett were sitting there, in between vignettes and stuff and matches, and they're talking, and Michael Cole's doing the read for Mandalorian and Grogu coming to theaters, whatever, which is amazing because that's a Disney property. And WWE has most of their stuff on Netflix, and the pay-per-views on ESPN.
Well, ESPN
which is a
owned by
Disney.
the
I know,
yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like they have this massive deal with Netflix, but they also have the ESPN just for the pay-per-views. But hey, let's put Disney properties on top of this thing here, because outside of the United States, everything's on Netflix. So they're watching these fucking live reads for Disney stuff on Netflix outside of the United States. Anyway,
it's pretty good.
Point being, Michael Cole's doing the read, and it zooms out and pans over a little bit, and there's the Mandalorian with Grogu on his shoulder, standing there by the ringside. Nothing. People were walking away. Weird. They were going for bathroom breaks and drink, stuff like that. This is going on. No reaction, nothing. Now, the trailer, I guess, started showing up in theaters, and there's been a lot of reports of zero talk, excitement, or whatever from that trailer playing. And
I want to be excited for this. They showed probably about a minute clip the other day.
Yeah.
As like this is their highlight. We got to get people to theaters. It's rough, man. It's rough. It's really rough. It's like Grogu's in the ship and like shooting things off, and he's like trying to talk him through it. I'm sitting there going, what is this? This is supposed to be a fun You've made it into just some, I don't know.
Yeah. And
the
trailer came out, and the trailer got ratioed. Like there's more dislikes for that trailer than there are likes for that thing. I don't know what I don't know. I can't. It might do okay. I can't see it really succeeding to the level that they want it to succeed. That last season of Mandalorian was kind of. It's just like, oh, you took so long to say nothing and do nothing. The thing with was it the Book of Boba Fett where they were in the town and they had all the little minion gangsters that all had different color vehicles and stuff. To make it look like 1950s greasers.
Yeah, it was the
was that Boba Fett?
It was Book of Boba Fett, and it was the little Vespa, Vespa crew that ended up happening. The funny thing about Book of Boba Fett is that the best episodes of that were the Mandalorian spin-off episodes that furthered the story enough to get to the next one. I'm just like,
and then the third season of Mandalorian, up until they got the CGI Luke Skywalker to show up in there. Who was the Katie Sackhoff's character that was supposed to become
Bo-Katan?
It was supposed to be she was going to be the new Mandalorian, and then they dropped that whole storyline and all of that stuff. That's not happening. It's like pick a direction and build towards it. They can't do anything. We'll talk in segment 2. I've been watching the Darth Maul animated series. I'll give you my thoughts on that as well. But the Mandalorian Grogu thing got zero pop or anything at WrestleMania. It's getting no reactions in the trailers or what have you. I read up a little bit further because we talked about CinemaCon last week. Mm-hmm. The head of Sony that was telling the theaters to get their shit together, open up more theaters, keep the movies in there longer. Yes and no. Like, yes, the theaters need to do that, but no, because the movie companies aren't producing what they say they would be producing, or not as often enough to keep things in there longer, right? But I have seen this thing too, where they I was reading more into the Sony's issue with the theaters. Sony also has a problem with theaters telling the people who ask either at the ticket office or they call ahead or whatever. And I didn't know you could do this. I knew I could do it because I pay attention, but I know you could call the movie theater. Hey, the 12 o'clock showing of blah, blah, blah. Yeah. When does it actually start? When are the ads done? And they'll tell you the time. Mm-hmm. So you go, oh, okay, I won't show up there. And I've been doing this for years. I don't show up until 20, 25 minutes after the movie is supposed to have started because all of the fucking trailers and ads and all that stuff. And he's telling them, stop, show less ads so people stay there. And then, you know, in that one blurb, but then you read a little further and he's like, and stop telling people what time the movie actually starts. You know, start it at the time you advertise, which I get it. But if the movies aren't making money, but the theaters have to show ads in order to make, like, it's a real weird juxtaposition all around of, well, we need to do this because you're doing this, but because you're doing this, we have to do this. Well, we don't want you to do this because of this. It's like everything leads back into each other. It's the Spider-Man meme of everybody pointing at each other and nothing's getting done. But yeah, I didn't know you could call ahead and they'll tell you when the movie actually starts. They have it on their sheet.
Yeah, it's all digital. It's all pre-programmed. I used to call to find out, like, if I dropped my kid off to go see a theater with her, like to a movie with her friends. You can call to see when it exactly ends. So, like, I don't have to wait around for hours waiting for it to end. I can go do my thing, come back, and be ready to go.
Yeah,
they have all that information. They just no one thinks of doing it. So, yeah. I don't know.
But when is the Mandalorian thing come out at Burger King?
May the 4th. So a week from this upcoming Monday is May the 4th. I actually have my 5K next week. I'm dreading it because I was like, I should have been training more.
So you're going to have to deal on social media with everyone showing that Justin Timberlake thing about, you know, what's coming, or, you know, April does this, but come May 1st, it's going to be May on 1st. May the 4th be with you, all that stuff. If you see that shit show up online, tell them all to fuck off and stop doing this. This is watered down as April Fools.
I still participate. I'll put May the 4th be with you.
Well, I'm going to call Rob and tell him on May 4th. Please pre-program. Well, I'm going to schedule a lot of hate posts towards Jordan in advance, so that they're there and ready to go even before he wakes up on West Coast time.
That'd be perfect. Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Let's keep on with the food stuff here. We've got a lot of food stuff here to show you. I actually have some ads, and then we'll get into more of the food stuff here. We've been sitting on these for a while. We have a lot of weird ads that pop up. Some are recent, some are old, some are just... I don't know if they were
borrowed, some are blue.
If they were concepts that were created but never really actually made it to television, or, you know, now, you know, nobody's watching ads on television really anymore unless you're of a certain age. You're seeing it in front of movies, also on your social media for all of this stuff. My kid was watching something, and she was not on the YouTube Kids app. She was on the regular YouTube app. And because of whatever she was watching, because it, you know, like the Taylor Swift videos and things like that don't show up in the kids settings. So you have to go to the regular. But she was watching some other Disney or kids, whatever, on the regular app. So the ads kind of or based on what you're watching, right? This ad shows up for Huggies diapers. I was so grossed out that if I was on the fence of what diaper brand am I going to go for my newborn infant? Huggies is immediately off the table now because of this ad. Take a look.
Hello, parents.
Hello, kids. The #1
and #2
potty training pros are here,
helping boost big kid confidence.
God, why are they shaped like M&Ms? Like, this looks like this could be an M&M commercial too. Like, this is very bad.
You have a droplet of piss and a piece of shit talking to kids about wearing pull-ups for confidence in their bathroom habits and routines.
Everything needs a mascot.
I guess, but do we need this?
No.
Do you need a piece?
It's like, I don't need a fucking bear telling me to wipe my ass, Charmin. We get it. Toilet paper exists. Why do we even advertise this stuff anymore?
Oh my God. It's beyond gross. So yeah, I had to sit there and wait because I was trying to find the ad, and then I found other versions of it, but that's not the one. So I had to do a screen record. in hopes that eventually she's going to hit another video where that ad's going to play again. And lo and behold, there it was. But the fact they had, that's even grosser than the Cottonelle or Charmin toilet paper with the bears in the woods.
Yeah, it's Charmin.
Yeah, and they're all sitting there like showing how soft it is, and they're showing like the bears' asses while they're holding the toilet paper and stuff. It's like, not only is it on the nose, the shit is on your nose because of what you're doing. It's gross and disgusting. I get what it's implying, but horrendous.
For my thing is that why are we still advertising toilet paper? Like, we all know it exists. We all are going to just grab what we want to grab. You're not convincing me one way or the other. Like, I'm not sitting there going, wonder what the newest toilet paper technology is. I wish someone would tell me about 3-ply. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need to be advertised. Why we still spend money to do so never makes sense to me.
Remember a couple years ago, we watched that toilet paper commercial. What was the song? Was it We Built This City?
Oh yeah, something like that.
For Charmin, and it was a whole music video thing. Like, you saw clips on TV, but you go online and it was like a 2-minute video. Yeah, and you're like, none of this needs to be done ever. Because that Huggies video had a piece of talking shit. Reminded me of when you brought the Kmart ad to the show.
Oh, it's one of my favorite ads in the history of television.
It's worth another rewatch.
Ship my pants. Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
My 2 favorite moments is...
Why are they hugging?
They're all happy about shipping things. My 2 favorite moments in this entire commercial is where he's like, Billy, you can ship your pants. And he just comes out of nowhere. I'm happy to ship it. Like, it's just so random. And then the old black dude in the bed, I just shipped the bed. Like, it almost sounds Cosby-esque. Like, it is just so funny the way he says it. It makes me so happy every time I watch it.
The guy saying, I just shipped my bed, sounds like, I have it here somewhere, where on South Park when they said they just took our jobs.
They just took our jobs.
Oh, wait a minute. Here it is.
They took my job.
They took their job.
They took our jobs.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs.
They took your job. They took your job.
I just shipped my bed.
It's like it's the same guy in the background screaming like that.
Yeah. No, that's got to be one of my favorite commercials, just commercials ever. But for Kmart to do that was funny. And look at the hashtag. It says hashtag ship my pants.
Yeah. And Kip, so yes, it brings up Ermagerd Goosebumps. This is a great look. It's a brilliant strategy, but it was too little too late when they came out with this.
Oh yeah. No, I think they were out of business within the next couple years.
Yeah. But had they come up with that, like if that was in the 90s, that would have been on the Rushmore of advertising greats, like "What's Up" and the Budweiser frogs and stuff. Ship my pants would be something that today memes, all of this stuff would be going.
Oh yeah.
Ship the man. Now, do you remember? You know LG, right? The electronics company.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when they were coming out, like in the late 2000s into the early teen decade? Was when they were really moving away from plasma televisions and moving to high-end LED stuff. Mm-hmm. Like when 4K was starting to be pushed as a thing, like 4K televisions, and look how it's almost like looking out a window, like they would present it in that fashion.
Right.
Do you remember when LG did the television commercial that looked so real that everyone thought a meteor hit the Earth?
No.
You don't remember this one? All right,
no.
I brought it here. Take a look at this. You'll love this. an 84-inch television. They're doing all the construction here. They're cleaning it up. They're putting it up on the... Why is all this music playing? Let me see. Get to the...
The job interview.
Okay. So, that's what this was. They're setting this up. So they're trying to show you that it looks just like a window. So they cut a hole in a wall to set up a fake job interview, and they put the television there as if this is the window of what's going on behind them while the job interview is going on.
Adelante. Listo. Don César. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo le va? ¿Cómo está?
Hey, look at it.
¿Permite su documento?
It's supposedly whatever city this is.
Right
behind them. So they whenever you see fake job interview stuff like that, you just automatically think this is leading to a porn video. You know,
this is the casting couch.
Yes, if there's a big black leather couch in there, and you know things are up to no good.
You're like, I gotta get out of here.
So they're sitting there. It's a proper office setup. You're hearing all the noise, phones going off, people, whatever. They're sitting down, and while the person who's, I'm just saying this for the radio people. I know the people in the living room's like, we see it on the screen. Yeah, there's other people who are listening. The person doing the interviewing is facing the interviewee, and the interviewee is facing the person doing the interviews. But behind him is the television that's meant to be the window showing the city.
Ingeniero comercial. Así es. Perfecto. ¿Licencia conducir la tiene al día? Sí, al día. Ya, perfecto. ¿Usted está más o menos claro cuáles son los propósitos de nuestra empresa? ¿Ningún problema?
Bueno, principalmente...
They're simulating what feels like rumbling, like it's almost if it's an earthquake.
¿Tuvo algún problema al llegar acá ahora?
No.
Porque estamos un poquito...
His reaction's great.
Aquí están Cuidado. ¿Sí? Perfecto. Mire.
Here, get on this couch.
All right, so it's a montage of all the different people they're interviewing with the same scenario. Okay. What they're seeing out the window is a meteor hitting the city, and then the big, upheaval of the city, shockwaves, smoke. It looks like it's coming into the office. They had everything set up to shake, and this is fucked up too. The green, they have the that green light from the night vision.
Black light. Yeah, it's night vision.
They all left. So the guy who's doing the interview and everything, they left and shut the door. The lights went out as if, this thing took out all the power or whatever. They left the people being interviewed just sitting on the floor in the room in the dark. They can't see anything. And now they're just surveying them. Whatever.
Hello.
They're revealing the joke, and they're showing you how good the LG Ultra TV is. Like you can't tell that it's not a real window now.
Yeah, so not only did that not happen, they fucked with you, and you're not really getting a job.
No. But I hope they walked out with an 84-inch television.
Right.
It's the least they could do for all of this stuff. But yeah, you don't remember this ad making the rounds online?
No.
This used to be all over Facebook.
That's so funny.
All right.
Yeah, I almost bought a 50-inch TV the other day that was discounted for like under $200. And I kept thinking, times have changed a lot with TVs now. Like a 4K TV for under $200, 50-inch. I'm going to put TVs in every room in my house.
Yeah, go and look at, I don't know if there's even a Best Buy anymore, if they have anything.
They do. I just use them to window shop to like go order it online somewhere else.
Go to like the entrance area of a Costco, a Sam's Club, a BJ's, any of that stuff where they have all the TVs. Just look what they have up there now. And you go, oh my God, this is ridiculously cheap. Now it might be more expensive because of all the tariffs and other garbage going on. But at one point you would look at this stuff and you go, holy shit, this is fantastic.
I think they had a 95-inch television at Costco when me and Wesley walked in the other day. And I go, buddy, do you think we need a 95-inch television? It was gorgeous. He goes, need? And I'm like, why are you even questioning it? I almost made him go sit in the car. Like, what are you doing? I think he does know that it's all his college money I'm spending.
I mean, yeah, there's just so much.
He's like, that's another expense, Father.
There's so much frivolous stuff happening all around them, and they're all looking and go,
yeah,
what is my future going to look like? And you're like, future
scholarships. You kind of better start doing your crap.
Chuckle under your breath, and then you leave. I'm going to bring it back to food here with this, Ed. Did you know about the Pillsbury Wiener Wrap?
Is this like from the 70s?
Yeah.
I think I'd heard of this.
What do you do with hot dogs besides boiling them or broiling them?
Ever try rolling them?
What?
With Wiener Wrap from Pillsbury. See? It's fresh dough you roll around the hot dog.
It's easy.
Sure. Just pop them in the oven. While the Wiener Wrap bakes, the hot dogs cook up plump and juicy.
Honey, you're terrific. You even make hot dogs taste great.
Well, I had a little help.
Wiener Wrap turns plain hot dogs into something special.
We need to go back to just naming things like that.
If you kept saying Wiener Wrap, I'm wondering if everything was called Wiener, but somehow the censors or whatever said you got to say hot dogs a few times. You can't just because it said wrap it around your wiener and put it in the oven. Yeah,
man.
And she doesn't touch his stomach. She pokes upward. And he's like, whoo.
She pokes his stomach and he goes lower.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Subdivisions in the chat. We have a Pillsbury Doughboy display from the 70s. I now cannot look at it the same way ever again. I have the Pillsbury Funko somewhere. Somebody sent it to me. I have it somewhere. I have like all these food mascot Funkos that I think I'm just going to get rid of. They were nice.
Tapatio guy somewhere.
I got Bob's Big Boy. I got a 7-Eleven Slurpee.
I think you just got one of the Jack in the Box Jacks.
Yes,
like recently.
It wasn't from you, right?
No, I didn't send it. No,
somebody gave it to. I forgot what was it. Christmas? I don't know. I have the Jack in the Box one. I'm keeping. I have like the Colonel from KFC. I have the Kool-Aid guy. I have did I say Bob's Big Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a lot
Captain
of these
Crunch.
food mascot things. Oh, I don't have the Captain Crunch one.
I like Captain Crunch.
I want to show you some fun stuff before we get into another troubling food story. Our pal Katie Linendahl did a video. And just like the normal sane people, are you a fan of Dasani water?
I know a lot of people think it tastes like it has dirt in it. I don't think I've ever noticed it as much.
Up until 2 years ago, it had salt in it, and they said it was a purifier or whatever. And everyone, Dasani's garbage.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
I think Coca-Cola owns it.
I think maybe Pepsi. It might be a Pepsi product.
Somebody owns it. And then like what is it? Aquafina or Aqua?
Yeah,
is not much better.
No, she's the terrible actress.
But she did a food video. I wanted to show you about being the CEO of Dasani Water.
I have to do this on the camera? Can you replace it with something else? Then give me the small one. The small one. Is there a plumbing issue? This is like sewage.
She tagged them, by the way. I don't think she's going to get any kind of corporate sponsorship.
So funny.
But
Kip is saying Dasani is literally tap water from the Coke factory. You're right. Yes, it is definitely a Coke product, which is a bummer. They're usually very high quality.
Yeah, I thought it was Coke, but it's all the water that was left over as they processed the real products. Whatever's left over, and like just put it in bottles and slap a sticker on it. Andy Hannon, Dasani is Coke, Aquafina is Pepsi. Yeah, they're both
mixing them up.
They're both garbage.
I just drink Fiji water.
Somebody's bath water. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Super chat came in. I miss you, Jimmy, for $2. First time, long time. Love you. Love this show. Oh, I wish that was true. But thank you for the $2. That is.
Gotta hang up and listen.
Yes, please do. Quack quack. There's an account I follow, and it's just an American guy who's been living over in Japan, and he decides to go over and review Japanese food or Japanese attempts at food that is not from Japan. And He speaks very fast, but very low key, very mumble. He's very precise. He gives you his reviews just like that. He's dry funny, if that makes any sense. He did a review of Pizza Hut has bento boxes over in Japan. So let's take a look at this.
Ridiculous things Japan has. The Pizza Hut bento, the My Box, might be the most ridiculous thing they have. Pizza Hut in Japan is both a warm hug of familiarity and a tetherball to the face of Japanese culture. And one of their most interesting items is the Milk Gratin My Box, where you can experience the rich creaminess born from simplicity, preserving the full flavor of Zao milk. Okay, sure, sounds good. While America is busy making combos with wings and soda pops, Japan said, here's a personal buy and some french fries with 2 chicken nuggets, you're welcome. Pizza Hut calls this a bento, so I guess we have to too. And I don't know what salaryman is ordering this on their lunch break, but I sure would. Personal pizzas are never right ratio-wise. It's always either too bready or not cheesy enough or not saucy enough, but putting that aside, this pizza is amazing. It's delicious, and whether on accident or on purpose, they somehow have made a perfect Alfredo sauce pizza with potatoes on it. And while at this point I'm used to weird Japanese toppings, potato on pizza actually works pretty well, much better than corn. Although I'd rather have Papa John Worldwide, papajohn.com internet site garlic butter, I got a green chili sauce which tastes like green Tabasco. I also got some gochujang sauce, a Korean-inspired hot sauce that has a slightly sweet and earthy flavor, both of which I like on the pizza. But I think every sauce in the world goes with pizza. You can try to prove me wrong in the comment section, but I think you'll find it's harder than you think. Chicken nuggets were chicken nuggets, nothing special. And with the sauce they were and the fries were French. But both of them tip the scale as far as value is concerned. This is a top tier lunch.
I gotta say, Alfredo pizza is not a lot of people get it.
Yeah,
it's delicious, and I've had potato on pizza, so that looked really good. It looked like the right amount of cheese for that too. And he's right about personal pizzas, that they're either not good enough, not saucy enough, or not cheesy enough.
Right.
That looks good. I'd eat that.
What is the guy's name? On Instagram, it's japaneat.gram. He has a whole series of videos and fantastic. You want to see him review Italian food in Japan?
Yes, I do.
Japan was capable of doing this. But this new 7-Eleven pasta changes everything. Japan has done some pretty horrible things to Italy over the last 10 years. And those atrocities can mainly be found lining the shelves at most convenience stores. A place where Italians can get upset conveniently. And at this point I've gone through a rainbow of pastas varying in offensiveness. From the objectively reprehensible cold lemon pasta to just plain spaghetti and meat sauce. But the carbonara is always at least kind of okay. It's never authentic. It's never delicious. It's just okay. But if you told me that in 2026 I'd be making a video that praises 7-Eleven's carbonara, I'd probably say something along the lines of but their new fresh pasta carbonara is actually quite delicious. And I think at least 2 out of 10 Italians would approve of this. Or maybe just 1, but at least 1. Shoveling fresh pasta into your mouth until teetering on asphyxiation is a cathartic experience. And when paired with the sauce that focuses more on egg yolkiness and less on putting milk on pasta and just saying molto bene, it's carbonara des. Black pepper specks hide under a velvety blanket of cream and yolk like the bedbugs in Flavortown. There's no point commenting on its authenticity, because at this point authentic carbonara videos have shown up on everybody's recommended list from the ages of 4.5 to 78. And I don't think they make people older than 78. But that might be wrong, I don't know. This pasta is a decent olive branch that will certainly be snapped in half by next month. But for now, the world is healing.
I mean, 2 videos in, I like this dude. I think I'll probably check his videos out.
Yeah, please do.
That's really funny.
Japaneat.gram. Dude, he went on a life quest, I'll say, to try to up his tolerance of different kinds of curry. And in Japan, they rate certain curries. Like if you went to a restaurant to get wings or boneless wings, and they show you the variation of the sauces, you know, like you're going from jalapeno to buffalo to habanero up to what's it called, the death pepper chilies, and
I got scorpion peppers, Trinidadian.
So you get the whole spectrum of the heat scale there for it. They do that for curry, and it's a numbered system from 1 to 20. And there's a video where he got to like 10 and he started to really question why he hates himself so much. Why is he doing this?
Why are you doing this to myself?
Like the whole time he's like, this is not bettering me. This is not improving me as a human being. It's actually making me worse. This was a horrible mistake. Like he's going through all of this stuff. He praises the restaurant for making good food, but he's shitting on his own decisions to go through and try. Like he was going through the levels and telling you, and when he got to 10, he's like, there's no way I'm going to make it to 20. Well, who do I care? I'll be here for 11. And
it's funny that like you get to that point in your life where you start to realize I don't want to do these kinds of things, even though I know I could have done them when I was younger. I'm the same way. Like I used to get the hottest of hot wings, and now it's like I kind of I want to still enjoy them. I want some heat, but I want to enjoy the food too. So there's that line where if you go too far, it's just, I don't know why you're doing it.
Find yourself walking certain things back to more simplicity, to more simple kind of
sometimes,
doing something. Onion rings. I don't get them that often, but when I do, there's places that do them really well. I do like the zesty sauce, whatever that stuff is for the onion rings. But the other day I got onion rings and I just had regular ketchup with it, and not the store basic level Heinz ketchup that they have in restaurants. Like they had that Simply Heinz, which is the best one out of all of them.
That's pretty good.
But just dipping onion rings into regular ketchup, nothing fancy, and went, oh my God. It's like you're discovering it all over again. Like this is, it's so simple. It's the best way to eat any of this stuff. I got used to having different layers of seasonings and marinades and sauces and all combinations of stuff. And once in a while you go back to basics with certain things. You go, oh yeah, I don't need all that other stuff. That was nice, but I'm back to.
I did that with pasta once. I did that with spaghetti once, where it's like I usually do a meat sauce, or I'll do like I'll add all this stuff to it, and some mushrooms or peppers or things like that. I think I had spaghetti with just a plain spaghetti sauce on it, and it was actually really good. And you're right, it was just simple, and then there was nothing else to distract me from it. It was just good plain spaghetti.
Yeah,
it was good.
There's certain things I've toned it back a little bit on. I used to love dipping McDonald's French fries or In-N-Out's French fries in their respective sauces. Like when you get an animal style, then you just go back to salt and ketchup and you're like, yeah, this is better than I used to like that stuff. I don't like it anymore now. Now I'm back to this again.
Well, it depends on the fry. Sometimes I'll do mayo because I'm a disgusting European.
That is never changing. Mayo and malt vinegar will always be the one seed if it's available.
That's what I'm saying. Like, or I'll do malt vinegar, especially with like a thicker fry because it soaks up that vinegar in there. It's like a sponge. Or you take half the ketchup out of whatever container and you throw malt vinegar, mix it up. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Ketchup and malt vinegar on French fries is probably one of the best things you can do.
Now I want some. I
know. I'm going to go get some fries after the show. You know what? We're no segment 2. We're out of here, guys.
Yes, we're going to live stream going to Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
And other places. What other food stuff do I have here for? Oh, since we're talking about Heinz ketchup, did you know they announced this a while ago, but I have not had a chance to see it in the wild. Did you see the Heinz vending machines anywhere?
I knew about them a while ago, and then we ended up watching one of the videos of it. But I don't know if they're going to go wide release. I haven't seen one. No. I'm seeing a lot of the freestyle machines more prevalent, but I have never seen the Heinz sauce machine.
All right, let's take a look at the Heinz vending machine or salt, whatever it's called. Here
ketchup, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, mustard, and ranch dressing, and then all these additional featured recipes as well: honey mustards, jalapeno ketchup, buffalo ranch, chipotle aioli, sweet and smoky barbecue, bacon ketchup, bacon garlic ranch ketchup, and more. But we're gonna make our own.
I wonder what the bacon flavor tastes like. If it's just like liquid smoke.
Yeah.
Because that's a weird line to cross. Look at how it just shakes it.
What is this saying here? Casino Resort debuts Washington's first Heinz remix sauce machines, allowing guests to create 2,000 custom sauces. Ooh.
I just want to make sauces.
Look at it. So it drops everything into a cup. And I was thinking that too. I'm like, well, it's just everything. And yeah, there it goes. It shakes the entire thing up. I like my bacon ketchup shaken, not stirred.
I would be putting jalapeno into everything.
This is why women don't want to kiss you.
And it's complete. Enjoy your sauce with your favorite fries from the deli.
I would love if there was a Coca-Cola freestyle machine right next to the Heinz remix machine.
You get it mixed up.
This place, you walk into the movie theater.
This Coke is gross.
What are you drinking? Oh, it's habanero bacon. Ugh. Why are you still drinking it? I don't know. This is gross, but I paid for it. I got to finish the whole
I don't want to miss the previews. I'm not getting up.
I want to see if we could zoom in a little bit on the screen there. But look at that. Oh, man. If I could make like a garlic, mayo, horseradish kind of thing.
Mm. Oh, that would be so good.
I want this for my house.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, do they have personal ones? We can just mix it all up in the house.
Yeah. See, Lynn's right there. 2,000 sauces. Yeah, or 2,000 combinations of custom sauces based on whatever you want to do with it. Even you can make your own, Carolina barbecue sauce. Just mix some of the mustard and the barbecue sauce together.
Mm-hmm.
Noodles in the chat. I love me a good honey mustard. Oh my god! I see what you're doing. The guy has a sentiment
and a good sweet barbecue sauce.
We don't know his proclivities. We really don't. And then there's always somebody that has to ruin everyone's good time when you talk about these freestyle remix machines. Stevie Doherty in the chat. The applicator covered in 2,000 caked up dried sauces. Hey, look, it's a small price to pay for your custom sauce freedom.
Mm.
Chris is saying, I'm going to have to find this machine. Not everything's at Costco, Chris. Find other places to shop.
I know. Costco's pretty good.
Now, if that wasn't good enough, I want that. But also, you can now find... when was the last time you were in an airport? Do you fly to Vegas or do you drive to Vegas?
No, we fly. So I was back in December as I was there.
Okay. Well, you know how airports have, a lot of them have been undergoing vast transformations and remodels, sometimes new buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And they have all sorts of those Japanese style vending machines now where you can go and you could buy pillows, neck pillows, blankets, all of that stuff in essentially it's a claw machine without the claw in it. It just opens a little thing and drops it down, right?
Not to make this just about my likes and dislikes. Vegas, and I think even the one here in Arizona, Sky Harbor, has a Lego vending machine. You can buy full Lego sets out of a vending machine. I'm like, who's doing that?
You,
as I slide the $100 bill into the machine.
Really?
Moron.
Really? You had to buy the Louvre for a 3-hour flight east? Yes.
I actually did. Side note, I did see this account. I got to find it again where these two guys buy really extensive Lego sets to do on a plane. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to put these big sets together on the small tray in front of you, and they're losing pieces and things are flying everywhere.
And all of a sudden it's like, oh, due to turbulence, everybody, we need seatbelts on and your tray table's up, and you're just holding on to half of the Notre Dame
space shuttle.
Yeah, just something really bulky and awkward.
It's so weird,
sir. That's going to have to go under your chair. How? There's a steeple. I can't fit it under there.
Oh, so funny.
But those gigantic vending machines are everywhere now. Like I've seen Best Buy has their own vending machines where you can buy headphones, DVD play, those little compact DVD player, the earbuds, all of that stuff, phone chargers. Pretty much, there's vending machines for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody decided to look at this and said, "All right, gentlemen, I see what you're doing here. Allow me to clear the room and trump everything that you've done so far." Take a look at this.
First ever White Castle vending machine, and today we're trying it out. I'm very excited. I've waited weeks to try this. Let's do it. So it's $8.50 for 2, $14 for 4 chicken sliders. Yep.
Oof.
We're gonna get both. I can pack down a lot of food. And it's gonna come out here, fresh for the next 2 hours. It's wild. There is
so weird.
Oh, look, right next to
California Pizza Kitchen right next door.
Yeah.
I think Chick-fil-A has one. I don't know where it's at, but I've seen the Chick-fil-A do that.
Yeah.
California Pizza.
All right, Noodles. I'm going to have to... Somebody ban him from this chat, please. White Castle. It's not the best burger you'll have in the world, but it's the best burger at the time that you're having it. in the world.
Him and I went to White Castle after the Nine Inch Nails show back in beginning of March, and he opted not to get any, and I just killed, I think, like 6 or 7 of those sliders. I'm like, I want to just eat every one of them.
Where's Chris in here? Chris and I one day. There's not a Crave case out there.
Yeah.
That hasn't bested the likes of myself and Chris if we got together to do that. Japan has underwear vending machines. I'm sure that's just a matter of time. That'll show up in places like Vegas and Portland, Seattle, all those kind of places that welcome that stuff. It'll be right there. But yeah, he's looking right over, and there's a California Pizza Kitchen vending machine.
There is a California Pizza Kitchen one right next to
I was
it.
going to say, what's next to it? Let's see. Oh, it comes in like a little Tupperware.
No.
It's like your own White Castle bento box.
Yeah, I was going to say, pretty, well put together.
Are these just the frozen ones you get in the grocery store?
I was going to say, that looks like the grocery store ones that they just microwave or something.
The first one's in the box there, that's, in that little... I've seen those style boxes from, the places like salad places or that do fresh food that weigh by the pound or whatever. It's that recycled material with a clear lid. Yeah, I've seen that before. But the burgers are still in the plastic. The chicken is in the box that you get in the freezer section. I don't know how this works.
I don't know. Are these just the frozen ones you get in the grocery store? They come in a plastic sort of cellophane. Smell the onions. I mean, flavor-wise, subjectively, not bad. It does taste like a White Castle slider, but the bun looks kind of janky. Like it's got grayscale. Yeah. It's a little off-putting. This has got to be the grocery store freezer aisle version. I was hoping for a little bit more. We're going in with an open mind, mostly. Same thing. That explains why they sell it in the 4-pack.
So they cooked the freezer box in the machine.
In the machine, yeah.
Box and all.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
Glue it together. Cheers. That is definitely the frozen version. See, I'm a frozen food connoisseur. I used to live off of it. Flavor-wise, I'm kind of satisfied. But conceptually, they're like, this is the first White Castle in Massachusetts, technically. I don't know how much more it could be, but like, I could get this at the grocery store for less. Maybe it's the technology that's the important thing. Maybe it's not microwaves. The end result is the same. All this White Castle can be yours at Logan Airport. And if you're down in Boston, probably an airport near you soon.
I gotta say, like, I would probably try it just to try it, but
That is not worth the money.
That's a lot of money, especially if they're just giving you the
everything in an airport is stacked up, but you said $14 for the chicken sandwiches.
I've never had the chicken there. I've always just gotten the little burger.
On a rare occasion, they do chicken rings and those chicken sandwiches at White Castle, but you're not really going to White Castle for the chicken sandwiches. Maybe if you're like, look, I got 12 double cheeseburgers, they're 1927 burger. You're like, all right, you know what? It's only 89 cents. I'll take a chicken with cheese off to the side.
You know what I really liked?
What?
Those, like the pizza rolls that they made, the burger, the little, they had like the jalapeno burger.
Yeah, like the Tostinos ones. Yeah. Oh, you got the jalapeno ones.
Yeah, they eventually came out here, and I just killed an entire bag by myself one day.
See,
made them all in the air fryer and just sat there and watched television and just ate a pile.
Years ago, I found because they weren't out east yet. I found them at a Kroger. It's essentially
you were in Dallas when you had them.
Yes, the Tostino pizza rolls, but they were just the cheeseburger ones. Mm-hmm. And I went and I tried them, and they were okay. Like I still preferred a regular White Castle cheeseburger compared to those.
But you dip them in some mustard.
Jalapeno ones are really good.
Yeah, jalapeno ones are good. You just dip them in some mustard. Oh, so good.
Chris saying, "God damn it! Now I have to go to White Castle.
Yeah,
the chicken is awesome." He's saying the machine is a gift from God. Do not badmouth it. All right, Chris, it's all there for you. Hopefully, one shows up at Kennedy or LaGuardia or something like that. I haven't been to Newark in a while, so I got to see what's going on with that. So yeah, all kinds of food vending machines are happening everywhere. Have you seen this thing? Where is it? Do I have it on my list? I don't have it on the list. I have the video, but I don't have it on the list. All right, it's a place called Manic Meatballs. I found this ad. Have you ever heard of this place or heard of this
Never heard of it.
product? All right, let's take a look.
Today we're going to make a manic meal for Chad. He gets to choose between mashed noodles or rice. He chose mashed potatoes. It starts off with 1 scoop of mashed potatoes, 6 manic meatballs, 1 scoop of gravy.
Whoa, hold on. What the fuck is she scooping onto there? We can't make this any bigger, can we?
That looks like...
That's water.
Yeah, but remember... let's see if you can... Remember when Saturday Night Live did that parody of Crystal Pepsi? It was called Crystal Gravy.
Yeah, this is Crystal Gravy.
They put...
Here, go back. She was putting clear liquid as a gravy on top.
6 manic meatballs, 1 scoop of gravy.
That's no.
We have 8 signature sides. He chose deviled eggs and shells and cheese. Deviled eggs.
Okay, I'm back in. If you got deviled eggs as a side, I will eat your clear gravy all day long.
What if... Now, hear me out. What if the deviled eggs, where you have the white of the egg, but the part that's deviled is clear?
Okay, well, I don't know.
It's like, all right, this is just a science experiment. Is this what the astronauts have to slop down? Why are we suffering with this?
And shells and cheese. We're going to make it pretty. A little sour cream.
What is that, chives or parsley?
Yeah, it looks like chives.
And parsley. And that, my friends, is Chad's manic meal.
Okay, but why does Chad have weird fucking clear gravy?
I don't know.
I'm fine with a deviled egg. I'm excited about deviled egg as a side, but Jesus Christ.
I don't... Yeah, now I remember why I pulled it, because I forgot all about the gravy. But it's a real place, and it's a real thing that they do.
I'm looking right now, and I'm not seeing, like, it shows deviled eggs. You can get 3, small orders $3, large orders $6. Okay, I'd pay that. The prices don't look that bad. I need to know about the clear gravy.
Is it one location or is it a chain?
Let me look. One location, Lakewood, Washington.
The state or DC?
The state.
Okay. Well, they deserve their misery up in the Pacific Northwest. So if this is good eatings to you, then
I'm very confused by the clear gravy. Like, the clear gravy is creeping me out.
Big Red Tower. Clear gravy is officially the most mysterious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Well, if you're up in the Pacific Northwest and you make your way to wherever that is in Washington State, go check out Manic Meatball.
It's south of Seattle, so it looks like this might be like in a look. Funkin' Deep, aren't they up in the Seattle area?
She is.
Go get this.
Hey, do you know Funkin'? Do you know a place called Manic Meatball? It's out by you,
just south of Tacoma, near Spanway.
She's like, I heard Washington State, and I've been summoned.
It's like when we say anything else Spanish, and all of a sudden Gabby shows up. Say Tajin, she'll be around.
She's heard of it, yes. I'm guessing you haven't been there. Do you know they sell clear gravy?
It's gross.
I know you don't eat meat, but they have vegetables and stuff there too.
Look, Funkin', based off the gravy, I doubt there's meat involved.
Yeah, here, we'll show it to you again. Where's the thing?
Mashed noodles or rice? He chose mashed potatoes. It starts off with one scoop of gravy.
Look, she scooped it out of a clear, like, that's an empty container or water. That's like the water you put underneath one of those pans that keep everything else warm.
Yeah, for catering.
Took the gravy out and she's using the catering water in there.
What are you doing in your back-assward state?
Gross.
Clear gravy. Where's the zoom in on that? Yeah, here's where she put the sour cream
Chad's
on
manic
there.
meal.
Chad needs to be burned alive.
And that, my friends,
you can see it glistening.
Meal.
Just water. Just look at.
Yeah.
That's right. It's the steam pan water.
It looks like backwash. Like it's just a ladle of backwash all over the meal that you're paying for. Ugh, gross. Well, I know they serve vegetable medleys and stuff there too. So, Funkin', if you can, I will gladly cover expenses for the meal. If you could go there and record a little video of you trying the clear gravy on whatever that's non-meat. Just have them put it all over the potatoes. Just do a little video and try it out for us. We need to know. We don't have anybody else in that area. She's saying it's basically gelatin flavored broth. That's even worse. The description sounds worse than probably the taste on that. They probably loaded it with salt or sugar or both. But if you can make your way down there, I will gladly cover the expenses for you to try that stuff. Would you like more gross food? I've got plenty more gross food for you. Would you eat nachos if they were made of peanut butter and jelly?
Yes, I would.
What's wrong with you?
New favorite midnight snack. This is a shit. All you need is a plate of Doritos. I have my peanut butter and jelly and some squeeze bottles to make it a little easier. Wow. My kids would be thrilled if I put this in front of them. Bon appetit. It looks horrible, but it is actually so good. This is like something you make in the summer when your parents are at work and you like have that stroke of genius. You go straight to the kitchen. You go, I know what I'm going to make B&J nachos.
Now, the Doritos are throwing me off. I would still try it just to see if the flavor is there. However, like for me, I would be like pita chips. You know what I mean? Like get the pita flavor and then eat it that way. This is pothead food. This is like you've smoked enough. You have nothing else in the house and you're putting everything you can together. That being said, I'm going to get all the stuff this weekend to try this.
It's also could be like, you're broke. And this is all that's left in the cupboard. And you're like, all right, well, whatever I have here, we're going to put it all together. And this is what we're going to eat this is my dinner for Saturday night, essentially. I'm not going out. It's whatever I have left in there. And on looking through the rest here, I have sprinkles for some reason. Might as well use it as a garnish.
Yeah.
Rainbow sprinkles right on top of that. Bartholomew saying, I would try that. Really? You would? I don't know. Chris saying, wait, hold up. Who puts PB&J in squeeze bottles?
I was wondering that too. I'm like,
Well, somebody who does food videos, I guess. It's easy to put all your condiments into those squeeze bottles. They sell peanut butter and jelly. Who is it? Gerber? Not Gerber's. That's the baby food.
Are you talking about Goobers?
Goobers. Yeah,
it's the peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly that are in the jar together. Yeah, this is gross. Funkin' saying, ew, peanut butter and jelly and cheese flavors together. Look, growing up, they made those peanut butter and cheddar crackers.
Those are so good.
I can't lie. Those are.
I got to say, you're right, though, because I would take those and I would dip them into like jelly. So
I never did the jelly thing, but were they Keebler's or were they Lance's? I forgot. Or maybe it was both companies would make.
Well, I think everyone had a version, but I had the Lance's.
You'd have the cheddar cheese inside the cheddar crackers, and then you had the peanut butter inside the cheddar crackers. And depending if you were in a normal household or if everybody in the family was fucking broken with a peanut allergy, you got the good stuff.
Yeah. Damn, man, I have to try this.
Yeah. Chris saying, Little Debbie's PB&J oatmeal cookies, greatest of all time. That I could see being good. But not as on Doritos as nachos. I don't know. Look, to each their own. Everyone has their own weird tastes. I did something that I thought was going to freak my kid out, and she thought it was great. And then she tried it. And now she likes it. And I realized I sent her down a terrible path. I bought her a pack of the Oscar Mayer hot dogs with cheese in it.
Oh God, I haven't had those in years, decades probably.
So the reason why I got that was because every now and then the Nathans go on big sales. So I'd buy a lot of the Nathans and that, put some in the freezer. You got them for a long time. they were selling, and I never saw Nathan's hot dogs do this. They had Nathan's with cheddar cheese on the inside of the hot dog. So the cheese is in there. I didn't know that they did either. So I figured, the kid might like that. She tried it, didn't really care for it. She liked the idea, but she didn't like the Nathan's hot dog with the cheese like that. So I see the Oscar Mayer ones, and I remember the Oscar Mayer ones from when I was a kid. So I go, okay. And she's being a little crazy and in the kitchen while I'm trying to cook dinner and everything, and I'm going to make hers. I go, if you don't stop it, I'm going to eat this hot dog. She goes, what? I said, I'm going to take the hot dog right out of the package and eat it. She's like, you didn't cook that. I go, I know, I'm going to eat it. And she goes, no, you're not. And I did. I took it and I ate it because I used to do that as a kid. I would eat it uncooked, just like SpaghettiOs from the can.
Hot dog like that.
Never cooked it. What?
Yeah, I've eaten hot dogs just right out of the packaging when I was younger too.
I've never did it with other hot dogs. I only did it with the Oscar Mayer ones. So I took it and took a bite thinking that she'd be grossed out by it. And she was like, couldn't believe it. And she goes, can I try that? I went, you're not supposed to want to try that. She wanted to try it. So I lean over to her and she gets it and she's like, and she liked it. She took the rest of the hot dog and walked off and finished it. That's just funny. Like I told you the Costco story last week where she likes the $1.50 hot dogs from Costco, doesn't like the roll, wrapped it in a napkin and was biting into it like a Slim Jim.
Yeah, good for her. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick on the peanut butter and jelly nacho cheese Doritos thing. Apparently, this is a big thing. In fact, people are making dips. So they'll do equal parts peanut butter, jelly, and cream cheese, wrap it all up, and then dip nacho cheese Doritos into it. And apparently, it's really good. The nachos that we just saw. And then they do the sandwich method, which I don't know why I didn't think of this. I do this all the time with like peanut butter and jelly and like potato chips, putting the Doritos in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So you just have the crunch and the peanut butter and jelly. I think that's what I'm going to have for dinner.
No. It's just like when people make their fucking buffalo chicken dip. You know, stop that. Stop with this shit.
It's so good.
By the way, since we're talking weird dips, the Grillo's pickle, hell of a good dip. Even though it has, it's fine. Even though it has the expiration date and you're nowhere near the expiration date, does not last long once you open it compared to the other versions of the dips in there.
Interesting.
I opened them up it was yesterday actually. Had some pretzels, the bacon horseradish dip, perfectly fine. I opened up the Grillo's pickle dip and it's all watery and it smelled and I threw it right out. I'm like, all right, that doesn't have a long lasting life once it's open in the fridge compared to their other dips.
The pickle de gallo actually tells you that you have to use it within like 7 to 10 days of opening the package.
Right.
You know, like you can keep pickles in your fridge for years and you really probably still be good. The pickle de gallo, no, they're like, nope, you're done. The second, 7 days goes by, it's going to be like the Ring and then you're going to die.
I do want to point this out because Funk's saying hi to Bartholomew in there. I hopped into her feed the other day. She was doing the arcing like all the kids do now, the Arc Raiders. And I see Bartholomew in the chat. And I was like, hey, buddy, how you doing? And I was glad to see people from the show going over there and supporting the other people that we tell you to go over and support. And he was in there. So while I'm saying that, Funkin, Funkn, deep_gamer on Twitch, go give her a follow. She's a good time to watch and enjoy. And she takes no guff from the unruly. Sorry to be so harsh about that, but that's one thing I can say about her. Guff is not being taken on her feed.
No one should have to take guff from anybody.
Yeah. Noodle saying, Eric, the only weird dip here is you. Buffalo dip is great. Chips inside a sandwich, delicious. No, I'm fine with chips in a sandwich. I'll make my trademark E-Rock Eric sandwich, and I'll put in not Lay's, but
Ruffles. You need the thicker chip to hold the
Ruffles chips,
crunch, because otherwise it gets soggy too quickly.
Or I get the Hers original chips instead of the Lay's original chips. The Hers ones are better. You throw a bunch of those into there, you crunch it down. Fantastic.
I have chips like in arm's
sometimes
length.
Doritos. You throw Doritos on a sandwich and they're good too. The Cool Ranch ones.
Mm-hmm.
Or the regular ones. You could do the nacho cheese ones too, but the Cool Ranch ones do definitely accent anything you're going to eat.
Yeah, Khan is asking, peanut butter on French toast, yes or no? Well, yeah, peanut butter on anything pretty much is delicious. On French toast,
I've seen that before. I've seen people putting, I would say this, peanut butter on French toast over Nutella on French toast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Nutella fan. I don't like that shit. I could see peanut butter on French toast. I've seen peanut butter on bagels. People go and get their bagels toasted and they don't get cream cheese at all. They just get a schmear of peanut butter on their things. And did you ever know the kids who had the snacks where it was the ants on a log? You know what those are?
Yeah, it's when you take the celery, put a little peanut butter on there, and then you put the little raisins on there, and you get a little ants on a log.
Nothing.
I used to make it for my kids all the time.
Oh, you see that at somebody's house. Nothing more satisfying than knocking that plate on the floor so nobody can enjoy it. It's just the best.
What's the wrong? Did you not like the celery, or do you not like the raisins? Because peanut butter, if you don't like peanut butter,
I like all three, just not together, and the presentation bugs me. So that it all had to go. So I'm doing that. What are you saying here, Chris? I'm going to Costco on Saturday and send Eric me punching two. What is he writing?
I think he might be drunk. And send Eric me pounding two bunless
$1.50 hot dogs in each hand so he can show the kids Slim. He's holding them like Raphael's size. He's going into battle, strikes the pose, just too fucking hot. Yeah, post that somewhere and see if that gets photoshopped, Chris. See how well you do with that. Better than Hotel. Your brother's pissing me off today. He really is being quite I'll say challenging.
Very food combative.
Yes, food combative as it is. Better than Nutella. How dare you, sir? Nutella blows goats. I'm sorry. Funny. It's just the way it is. Although they got amazing product placement during the Artemis mission when the bottle just flew past the feed and people were screenshotting that. Good on them for having that opportunity. But
hold on, Eric. We're also making concert stuff. Oh, hey, Jordan, you want to go to the Who? Yes, I do.
Is that all natural organic chocolate bar that Rob keeps trying to get us to buy at Sprouts?
Did he try to get you to try that once?
I tried one. They had a mint chocolate one.
Yeah, it was okay.
It wasn't bad, but it was an $8 chocolate bar.
That's the problem with it. It's just expensive.
Fucking, well, what do you expect? Bougie agent in Los Angeles is like, this is the best stuff. It's like, I'm good with Ghirardelli and sticking my nose up over all the people who are eating Hershey and lesser chocolates. But that Who chocolate bar was out of my price range. It's like, I can't do $8 a bar. Sorry.
It was a little expensive.
I love you, Eric. Also, I'm high and all this food stuff is great. I have a package coming. I'm going to send it out next week, Jordan, that has stuff for you. But I have some stuff for your brother.
Nice.
It'll be up to you to determine if you tell him if it ever arrives or not, or if he gets any of that.
If it's any luck with you and the U.S. Postal Service, most likely half of it won't get to my house anyway.
Right. Well, those are the stakes. I'll send them to Jordan, and it's up to him whether he gives that to you or not.
Ooh, I need steaks.
Morphilson, I actually got rated over to Funk a few days ago from someone unaffiliated as well. It was kind of, I love how it's all coming together. Please go and support all the people that we talked. And Girk was in the room earlier too.
I see. He
I've been
pops
playing
in at the beginning and then goes and does his own thing.
I've been playing. I almost said Sea of Thieves. Yeah, no, it is Sea of Thieves. Why would I correct myself when I had the game right? I'm tired.
Eric is also high and he's hungry.
I have one last food thing that we got to get to here, but as I mentioned the games real quick, I know I've been keeping you updated on my ventures of Retro Rewind.
You have.
My store is thriving.
Nice.
By leaps and bounds. It is worth, I think the value in my store of what's in my store is over $22,000 right now.
Damn.
I have 2 employees. Things are going well. They just did a developers update letting you know about a roadmap of things to come. They've made it controller responsive now. So it's not just the keyboard. You can do it for the controller, which means if they have the controller settings in there, it's going to be available for the
consoles,
the Steam Deck. And then maybe at some point move over to console gaming. But
now, which one is this one? The Retro Rewind or
Retro Rewind, which is the single player game.
That one can play on the Steam Deck.
Okay.
So.
All right, I didn't know that because they made a big deal that it's now controller compatible. So I thought, I'm like, oh, now it's on Stream Deck. But I guess maybe other consoles, something like that.
Yeah, right.
Now, they've also announced a whole bunch of other things that are coming. They didn't tell us everything that's coming, but they are now adding very soon video game rentals.
Nice.
And they showed some of the artwork for the video game rentals. Let me see if I can find it here. It's all spoof names of popular video game properties that we all know and love.
Nice.
One of them, I think they call the hedgehogs, it's called like Sonic Nuts. It was something really ridiculous. Yeah, hold on. Here we go. Updates. They had everybody vote and then saying like, what aspects of the game do you want? Do you want to deal more with the movie collector, who's the guy out back selling you bootleg shit?
Mm-hmm.
Having a bootleg business, but police are now around and they'll search your place for, bootleg stuff and investigations, what have you. Or the one that won, you can have a VIP club member access and customer profiles in their fee history. So now you get to profile the customers and you can argue with them and all this other shit. They're making it too real. It's like, hey,
I'm having like video store flashbacks.
It's like, hey guys, do you want to hate the customers too? Well, we've got you covered because that will be happening. I'm trying to see if I can pull this up here. But yeah, they announced video game rentals, consoles.
That's
you
awesome.
can rent too, like everything. They're really putting a lot of work into this game. They also have a movie theater simulator game that I just picked up.
Oh no!
Got it today. It was on sale. I haven't opened it up to play it yet, so I don't know. But it looks fantastic. And I got the video game thing right here. All right, let's load that up.
Ooh, Navy SEALs.
Where did it go? Here it is. Look at this. Sonic Nut Squirrel and Banana King. Like it's all these popular franchises that they're going to be swooping on here.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you're going to have video game rentals from Nintendo, Sega. Again, early 90s.
Super Tenko and then Saga Origin.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So that's going to be coming to the store. It's going to be a great time. You'll never hear from me again while all this is going on. And then the movie theater game, I'll tell you quick before we get back to the finishing the food thing here. The movie theater game is called Close, Damn You, Close. Here we go.
A terrible title.
No, it is called Ultimate Theater Simulator. And you buy a movie theater.
Popcorn constantly.
Yeah, you buy a movie theater. You set up the lobby. You set up the lights. What films are coming in there? Concessions. All of this stuff. They're making it more and more fun to do jobs you wouldn't do in the real world. But it's fun to play on your computer or your video games or anything. But I'm not going to go do those jobs. But I'll do it here. Makes zero sense whatsoever. But yes. Chris saying, oh, Jesus, like you both needed this. Yeah, I know. Noodle saying, Jordan, I know how much Eric hates you having fun, so the Who tickets are purchased. No, I don't hate him having
making
fun.
more concerts happen, buddy.
I do hate him having fun, but this is not the time or the place for that. I hate that he's doing all this
multitasking.
Yeah. You're multitasking my rage.
Yeah.
Anyway, so to wrap up the food segment here, by the way, if you're in the room, hit like, hit subscribe, help us out. Tell two friends so they can tell two friends, et cetera, et cetera. The last thing I'm going to leave you here. Did you see that essentially Prego, the food company, is throwing its hat into the 1984 doomsday scenario? Prego is now offering you essentially what looks like the Alaska disc or that puck, the hockey puck thing, except it doesn't talk to you. It doesn't offer you any kind of service other than It records your conversations all the time and sends it to somebody, a third-party company that they're using to make stories. American, good old-fashioned American timeless stories around the dinner table. They want you to have this thing there so it can listen to your recording, send it to somebody, and they'll archive it so people can remember the good times.
Though?
I don't know. But we have the news clip from it. Let's take a look.
Pasta is watching. Yes, it's time to talk tech and your Italian dinner. The popular pasta sauce company Prego is joining the tech world by officially launching a device that sits on your table and records dinner conversations. Technology reporter Mike Dubusky is tracking it. All right, so what is this Prego pasta sauce collaboration all about?
Yeah, so this is a device that's called the Connection Keeper. It's like a small little puck that's designed to sit on your dinner table and record your conversations. It's a recording device at its core. And Prego has partnered up with an organization called StoryCorps, which is a nonprofit that basically collects stories from various Americans and preserves them at the Library of Congress for posterity, for historical purposes. Prego's idea is what better place to find American stories than around the dinner table.
Remember that time? It's in the. I just was in the Library of Congress looking around through the archives. Remember that time that you had to tell Dad that you had 2 abortions that he was not aware of?
I was actually just thinking the same thing where we use this and abuse it to no end. And we just, every dinner, we're telling some variation of the aristocrats.
Mm-hmm.
Just constantly being as filthy as possible while eating mac and cheese.
Yeah.
This can't go well.
How many people are being recorded coming out to their parents and their family? Political disputes about who your relatives voted for. All those fights are being archived.
No, what this is this is the Italian mob is putting this out to identify the fucking monsters eating Prego. Like, there's no chance
so this
that
is Big
anybody
Pasta.
who's eating
Big
Prego
Pasta.
should be on the street anymore.
Big Pasta is a shadow organization that's looking
exactly
to boost the ranks of Bertolli's and other higher end sauces to get better shelving space and eliminate the competition. Prego's gonna knock out Ragu and generic brands.
You will see Rouse doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, the CEO of Ragu is going to be found dead in an elevator, but the pasta sauce on the wall is going to say touchable. Like, that's where it's going to go for all of
It's
this.
sauce. Yeah, just look at like a scene of like just carnage, but all of it's just pasta sauce everywhere. It's not even blood.
All their black and white ads, like in print magazine stuff, are just look like mafia hits.
Crime
like
scenes.
You'll just see. Yeah, you'll see like bodies laying hunched over on a table laying in the middle of the street. But the color portion, it's like the little girl in Schindler's List. She was the only one wearing the red dress or whatever, while everything else is in black and white. You're seeing all these mob and cartel hits, but the stuff on the floor, that's not blood. That's Prego.
It's in there.
It's in there. It's like those ads will be as, if not more popular than the Absolute bottle ads, where they would show you like making being part of your city or part of your sport or whatever. It's like, wow, this is that's just the timeline we're in now. It's the only way that gets people's attentions. You're essentially setting up an FBI sting on the mafia. They're using those tactics to find out who is actually using Prego and Ragu and all that stuff to clear them out so that Big Sauce, Big Pasta can come in and control the market completely.
But Kira, of course, every time we talk about recording devices, there are some privacy questions that go along with that. Namely, why would you want to record your family's dinner conversations? Well, Prego says that this is actually a pretty low-tech device at the end of the day. There is no connection to the internet. There's no Bluetooth, so it doesn't connect to your phone. If you want to upload this audio to StoryCorps, you got to do it the old-fashioned way. You have to plug it into your laptop. And this is pretty unique for a device in 2026. There's no artificial intelligence. Prego says they plan to build less than 100 of these devices, and they go on sale next week for $20. You also get some pasta and, of course, pasta sauce along with it.
Mike Dubusky. All right. I don't know if I'd want my dinner conversation recorded. That would make me a little nervous.
All right. So it's not
What are you hiding, Karen?
It's not as invasive as an Alexa, where it's connected,
Right.
listening, and who knows if it's recording. But they want you to spend the money and go through all the extra steps to record all this stuff and then send it to them. How about you just turn on the fucking memo app on your phone?
Turn on your phone.
Drop the phone in the middle of the table, curse out the family members, all have, whatever's going on there, scream about how bad the Mets suck, go to town and then mail that over to them and like, here you go, Library of Congress, preserve my arguments forever with this nonsense.
What are you at Brody's table? Talking about the Mets.
I'm going to buy this for Brody.
It's on sale Monday. I'm looking at the website right now.
We got to buy this for Brody.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What if?
Just in time for Mother's Day.
What if you don't use it at your home kitchen table? But, he has problems at restaurants too. What if you bring it with you to fine dining?
Could you imagine? You go to a restaurant and then you go, this could go one of two ways. And then you put the little thing in the middle. You'd be like, everything's being recorded. So you better hope that you take care of us.
What if you bring it to a restaurant, a nice high-end restaurant? You put it on the center of your table, but you don't speak the entire time. And you just record everyone else's conversations.
Dead silence. Yeah, it's on sale Monday the 27th.
Can you imagine this in D.C.? And this brings down a senator or a congressman or something? Because you're eating at Ben's Chili Bowl and they're having a private, back room meeting in the booth behind you, and you had the Prego recorder. Yeah, and Prego took down one of the biggest political scandals that this country has ever seen.
Could you imagine? This is how TMZ's Washington bureau gets all the dirt on people, is they just bought all the Prego bucks and just set them on tables in DC.
That is a great tie-in. All right, well, we'll jump to that too. I'm thinking like the Prego disc undercovers a terrorist plot, undercovers, some kind of school shooting. Like it's doing good things, but you're like, Prego? That's stupid little.
That's how world peace was achieved, is that Prego brought down all the stuff that's been happening.
It's there. It's like it's the center of some of the biggest historical events this country has ever seen. That little Prego hockey puck recorder thing took all of this down at once.
Took all of it, just broke it wide open. It comes in a bundle: the Prego X Story Corp Connection Keeper, so the little puck, meal essentials including Prego traditional pasta sauce and spaghetti noodles. Then you get the Prego X Story Corp conversation prompt cards, as if you don't know how to talk to your family. This is stuff you can talk about. Easy step-by-step guide to the Connection Keeper and recipes for dinner inspiration. So as of 4/27, Monday the 27th, it'll be on sale. If you can go to Campbell's.com if you guys want to, record your dinner using Prego.
Well, you had made mention of what if TMZ is using this. TMZ just announced they're opening up a DC bureau. So they have their headquarters in LA, but they have New York offices as well, because that's pretty much the only two areas you need to be as far as entertainment stuff goes. The people walking around the streets doing all the press, television shows, radio, whatever. That's where you get all the celebrity gossip and what have you. They're opening up a DC bureau. Now, I question the timing of this, because they're now going to do DC as a beat, which means they're going to be outside there. They're going to know the restaurants and hotels that government officials, local and federal politicians will be there. They're in and out of DC. They're going to be everywhere covering this stuff too. Now, there's been a lot of shit with TMZ because of the fact that Harvey Levin showed up in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
And then they never really addressed anymore. And people are thinking, well, this DC thing is like they're going to bust DC scandals.
It's going to be interesting.
Cover up I don't know. It's just weird that all of a sudden now they decided that the DC needs to be a hotbed of investigative journalism. Here's the announcement for this.
Hunt for members of Congress vacationing as federal workers suffer has gone international. So we now have pictures of a congressional delegation in Scotland, in Edinburgh, Scotland, at the Edinburgh Castle. One congressman seemed upset enough that we singled him and a couple others out.
This was a while back ago when Congress was on break. They weren't coming to. There was some kind of budget that I'm trying to remember what it was that they were fighting over. They wouldn't sign something for a budget. I don't know if it was another government shutdown. I forgot what it was, but they found a bunch of the members of Congress went on vacation. They were over touring a castle in Edinburgh on the government's, the taxpayers' dime. It wasn't like they were it's like, hey, we're not in session. We're going on vacation. They found Cory Booker dining at restaurants, doing a book appearance thing in LA. And that he was being investigated if any of the stuff he was doing was on taxpayer money. There was,
I think Lindsey Graham, when everything was shut down, he was down in Disney World.
That's what I was trying to think. Somebody was at Disney with their family.
Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, let me see if I can get past.
None of the footage showed him with family, though. That was the weirdest thing. Every bit of footage I ever saw, and then this could be, skewed media, and I'm not saying media is always 100% right.
Was it Gay Day at Disney, or did they not do that anymore?
He was down there with a bubble wand, and you saw nobody else with him. It was just him.
He had a 3-hour appointment at the Bippity Boppity Boutique.
He was getting his hair done.
He came out looking like Rapunzel.
The glitter everywhere.
He may sign an order has been usurping power over the year job and you vacation.
Where's the point with the announcement? I forgot.
And so we are going to stay
here it is.
in Washington. That's why people are angry right now. So I will just say for our part here at TMZ, we're going to have a full-time presence in Washington, D.C. because this is something we've been talking about anyway, but it feels like the time is right. And so we are going to step up in D.C. as well. And we're going to do a bunch of things. We will talk about, how politics intersects with pop culture. But we're also going to do serious stories. And we're already getting members of Congress and their staffs contacting us saying, we'd love to work with you and give you stories that you can vet. And we're going to do that. So we're going to join.
That doesn't mean
he's falling asleep.
Well, he always looks like that. And then somebody, there was Chris, and he said he always looks like he's homeless. Not at that.
Right.
He's a multimillionaire and he dresses like a schlub. The fact that he said we've heard from assistants and offices said we'd love to work with you and to we'll give you stuff to vet. That's not them saying, hey, we're going to tell you about stories about what our head of office is doing, the bills that he's working on, the charitable organizations, things he's doing to rally to help his constituents. It's not that. They all said, yeah, we'd love to work with you to give you information about other candidates or other people up for election. Go and everyone's going to rat out everyone else. It's like, hey, I heard this guy shows up at this place here and that's not his wife or that's his husband that nobody knows about. And, it's all going to be that kinds of shit. I would love to see that all happen. And like if they were, what was the one that just left California? Eric Swalwell,
yeah.
Yeah. He had to, I'm fighting this. That's not what happened. Next day resigns.
Well, and the funny thing is, Swalwell did that in California. And he's a known Democrat, definitely pushes back against Trump and everything and stuff like that. There's another one out of Texas, Republican. I think his name was Gonzalez, if I remember correctly. He also is resigning for possible reasons of that. So
really,
fuck them all. Like, take them both out. Both sides of things. If you're fucking around, get out of there. It's fucking annoying. Like, I'm not taking sides. If you're an asshole, get the fuck out. There was that quote where it's like, well, if we release the whole Epstein list, it would destroy the entire system. I was like, good. If the system's that corrupt because of if this comes out, then get the fuck out. Did you find it?
Yeah. So hold on.
That one's worse.
Let me take this down because don't say anything. Let me bring up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Let me bring up the screen here for it. Why is it not going there? There we go. Tony Gonzalez resigned from the U.S. House of Representatives. He's in Texas, lawmaker there. On Tuesday, after admitting to an affair with a staff member who later died of self-immolation. That's mysterious.
And for those who don't know, self-immolation is you set yourself on fire.
That doesn't just happen. That's not like, oops, I fell down an elevator shaft. How did you burn yourself to death? Oh, I was trying to get my Prego thing to work while I was lighting this Yankee candle. And then it's just a whole series of accidents came around from there. Pressure has been mounted for the Republicans to step down after sexual misconduct allegations against another congressman. Swalwell's thing. So this guy only got attention on him because Swalwell's thing blew up.
Because I knew about the story and then it kind of was getting brushed under.
Right.
And then Swalwell's shit blew up and it's like, oh, fuck.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't hear about the Texas thing, but
yeah.
Let's go.
It all happened around the same time, so it was like crazy.
Let's go back to the Harvey thing.
But in the meantime, we want photos and videos from wherever you are, whether it's in the United States or beyond, and we want photos of members of Congress showing their vacation during this government shutdown.
You just did a call to action to every internet shithead and everybody else who's looking for some kind of clout, like all that stuff where you film shit and then you see on the news property of Storyful. So now you can't use a news clip because you didn't pay for the rights because this thing. It's like you don't somehow Storyful supersedes news where you're allowed to play clips that news plays because it's news and it's open to everybody. But then they come at you. It's like, well, that's registered to Storyful. NBC News is not. If it's used there, it's free for everything else here. What they're doing now is like, hey, you're out and about. Say you happen to be in southern France. You happen to be there. Maybe the Cannes Film Festival's going on, and you happen to see any kind of politician. You know, the celebrities is a no-brainer. But if you happen to see them out and about, if maybe they're at the supermarket, you're now telling everybody, take photos and videos of everybody everywhere and send it to us. We'll pay for it. And then you ever see when TMZ is live during the midday? They're just live on TV and they bring people on. Like he's sitting there in the newsroom, brings people on Zoom calls.
So weird.
Yeah, and it's like, so what exactly did you see? Well, I saw Tyler Perry, you know, at the Dollar General store, and like he owns most of the state here, and he has all these movies here. So why is he shopping at the Dollar General? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Like it's that kind of bullshit. Now you're just sitting there. Hey, do you see any celebrities anywhere? That's one thing. But now we're headhunting politicians. Please go and do that. Now. They opened up their DC bureau, and the week they opened it up was the week of Coachella. So when they want to talk about what's going on at the DC bureau, why not go to Coachella to talk about what's happening, in Washington, DC? Take a look at this.
You've been there 3.5 days. How's it been?
I mean, where do I start? It's like I walk into a cafeteria and...
Fuck up. Why don't you start there?
Oh my gosh. Mean people. People.
Wow.
I guess that's how it's been. It's like, what? It's like, what?
Okay.
Like, can you imagine just like walking and it's like you see someone, he's like just talking to someone how their day is going, go, wow, you shut. It's like, what? What?
Okay. Should we
This country needs healing. This country needs healing.
How's it been?
It's great. I mean, aside from that interaction, it's like I go into the cafeteria and people are like, thank you for your service. Like, it's kind of been incredible in that way. And people are honestly extremely nice. It's like I know like Democrats might not like Republicans and vice versa, but it's like when you sit down with these people and kind of get to know them, I mean, no surprise. It's like they're just like anyone else. And it's actually been a really good experience.
Okay. Okay, go back to work. Thank you. You can get you know those hand fans that you can hold? Yeah, get yourself a little fan.
See, this is like the
so you can like chastise me about that too. It's what do you want?
We figured since that woman wasn't a fan, maybe you could get your own.
Oh my gosh! It's like, what is up with people?
That was awesome.
This country needs healing. You know, it's like, come on.
All right, that
no,
was
she was
good,
right.
But where was the Coachella clip?
I don't know, but that's funny.
Did I not? Because they were doing updates about the DC Bureau, and it was one of their. Look, most of their. I'm surprised he seemed normal. Most of their social media reporters or whatever are women who are too loud or gay dudes that talk super over exaggerated, like with the lisp and all that stuff. So it's always hard to try to figure out what they're talking about. There's one guy they have that I'm constantly turning on captions because I'm like, I shouldn't have to be trying to understand. He lisps so bad that I can't understand the story he's talking about. But they went to some girl that was on the grounds at Coachella, and she's talking about reports from DC. I go, where is this making any sense? If you're going to the person on the grounds of Coachella, talk about Coachella. Talk about that. Why are you makes no fucking sense. But anyway, the whole point is that they're now down in DC, so I'm waiting to see what happens as they go forward.
Right.
If they actually start exposing things. Imagine TMZ gets subpoenaed by the Supreme Court, like the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times or something, of that level that is involved with politics, that's involved with sources and high level ongoings and stuff. We bring TMZ in to the Supreme Court hearing about such and such, and you're like, Harvey Levin, the guy who was the fake reporter for the People's Court. Do you remember that? For so many years?
My God.
He was the guy,
Judge Wapner.
Yeah. Well, after Wapner left.
I was going to say it was after Wapner.
He was the guy getting all the street reactions to the court case that's going on currently inside. So
could you imagine, Deep Throat back in the 70s was this big mystery. It's a big, big thing and all that. Now, they're trying to get their version of Deep Throat. Some fun dipshit with a fucking iPhone that just happened to be you said at Ben's Chili Bowl and overheard something.
So you're not going to believe that thing, what I thought. How do you have the lisp and vocal fry at the same time? It's what's the thing going on here? He's talking seriously about this thing.
Seriously.
Yes, I'm making fun, but yes, I'm impersonating the guy because he talks like this so much. And you're going,
have you tried just shutting the fuck up?
It's where's the fucking captions? I don't know what he's talking about. What is going on with the Blake Lively case here that he's trying to report on? I don't know because he's talking about this all the time, and I just don't.
Eric, seriously, I think,
and he does this too. He has the earbuds that aren't Bluetooth; they're plugged in.
Yeah.
And
they got the cord.
He has the cord, and he's holding the cord with the mic thing right here, like he's hiding under his blankets doing it. You're not going to believe this, guys. The thing.
My favorite thing is when they take these lavalier little microphones that you just put right here, and they're always holding them up to their mouth. I'm like, they're designed to hear you from here.
Yeah.
Why are you holding it up to your mouth?
They all walk around with the little. Essentially, what that is the old-fashioned. Barber brush when they would make the lather to shave somebody back in the day with a straight razor. They're walking around with that, and it's not like they're doing it like this. Hey guys, because of wind, whatever. It always has that little furry thing on it to protect from the wind.
Yeah,
but they all stand like this the whole time with their arms just kind of. I don't know.
Anyway,
yeah, it's all just a weird culture. The way all this stuff splits.
Well, I can't wait till our democracy gets blown up by, a gay dude with a lavalier microphone.
We'll call him Sasquatch. I can't pronounce his name. In the chat area, you two should do an entire show with that accent. Oh my God.
Segment 2.
Seriously, how are we going to do all this? We're talking around. We've gotten through all the food stuff. We got to get to segment 2. We have a lot of the news trailers to talk about. Stuff's going on with Epic. What's going on with the Warner Brothers Paramount thing? I mean,
such a messed up thing.
And Jordan, we got to talk about all the things that we're watching and we're listening to, and we'll get all to that when we come back.
More. It's Eric Nagel. It's Eric Nagel.